Is this true? Yes, it is true. We have a new pope. It is. It is true. We do have a new pope. Shout out to Pope Leo the 14th. His Holiness. Bro is pretty dank. No, but yeah, it is also my birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you, Charles. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Yeah. It's not something that I particularly want to dwell on, although I feel obligated to put it in the title since, hey, if it means people are gonna click the damn stream, what am I supposed to do? Thanks for the sub, Charles. 14 months. That's crazy. I appreciate it. Yeah. Hopefully I get a chance at level 11. If I can get a chance at level 11 today, I'm going to consider that a good birthday gift. Because I made it to level 10 on pace. I choked out level 10. It was awful. But we are actually, we're making fucking real progress. In the last, 2-3 days, we've been making real fucking progress. Gigantic steps forward. And if I can get to the point where I'm hitting level 11 every so often just to get a chance at it, eventually the slot machine's going to turn up, all sevens. So I am feeling confident in my ability to get this, maybe not today, but definitely in the near future. This is where it happens, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it happens. I believe in me, and I'm excited for that. So yeah, it's just gonna be practice, just yapping. New pope just dropped. If you're into Catholicism, I don't know how many people are into Catholicism here. I don't want to cast any aspersions on the good people of this chat, but if that is you, I'm sure you already know more about it than I do. I only watch the news, and let me tell you, it fucked up the entire newscast. The moment white smoke started coming out of that fucking chimney, bro, everything stopped. The entirety of the 9 a.m., our studio show, cut. Completely. Fucking gone. Obliterated off the map. We were staring at a fucking chimney and a fucking church and a crowd of people waiting. That's what we were doing for 40 minutes while this fucking guy took his goddamn time to step out and reveal himself. But it's sick because the new pope is American. First time the pope's ever been American. He's also from Chicago. He's from fucking Chicago, which I think is hilarious. Objectively, that's really funny. So I'm expecting a huge boon to all the Chicago sports teams. They better fucking step it up in honor of the new pope. In honor of the new pope, they better step it up. Okay? You can't suck. Now that you have the pope on your side, you can't suck. Level 3 was kind of fucking me yesterday. A little bit. Not too much because it's kind of hard for level 3 to fuck me. But just a little bit. It was kind of messing with my brains a little bit, and I didn't appreciate that. As I proceeded to hit it 3 times in a row. As I proceeded to hit it 4 times in a row. I finally missed one. Why am I hitting every single frame perfect? What is happening? Am I cheating? I feel like I'm cheating. Okay, I got the fake one. That's crazy. I got the fake boost. Not the actual boost. When exactly did you get this run? I got it on Tuesday. Got 11. I believe I was points. So what happened during the run is that I was out of 6. I think I was 0.1 out of 6. And then I had a decent 7. I had a good 8. Or sorry, I think I had a bad 7. I was 1 second out. I was 1 second down out of 7. I made up a little bit of time in 8. And then I made up a little bit of time in 9. And so I was 0.5 up going into 10. And then I choked it because, I hadn't ever been on a run on pace. And so I kind of just fucked up what I already knew. Also, I had also discovered that there's the reset at the flag that you have to do at 10. It's not frame perfect, but it is close to frame perfect. You know when you have to do that when you reset at the flagpole at 10? It is not frame perfect. It is not, but it's pretty close. And so you just have to be like, you have to be pretty fast with it. And for a long time, I was just practicing, just holding, because I was doing it in the practice mode. And that was bad practice. And I really like, oh shit, I gotta like repress. But level 10 is still pretty consistent for me, all things considered. The only big problem levels have been level 8 to a certain extent, level 9 definitely. And then level 10 is just a work in progress. And then level 11 is just a lottery machine. And I'm not going to put too much emphasis on it. Like, if I win, if I don't. If I get the slots that I want. I was about to say a slottery machine, which would be funny. Slots and lottery. So yeah, again, I'm not putting too much like emphasis on 11 right now. Like, it's always like something that's nice to practice. But I don't know how much practice is actually going to give me. In terms of like consistency. Because theoretically, I only have to beat level 11 once. I only have to beat it one time, and then I got this up there. Theoretically. I only have to get lucky once. Everything else is skill. Everything else is a skill issue. Level 11, you know, hey. Maybe I'll get it, because I'm a good boy. Yeah, so level, sorry, yeah. That's where I'm at so far. So basically, all good things is happening right now. Level 3 and level 6 practice kind of required at this point. I want more level 6 practice because I feel like my level 6 was kind of wacky, but so I want more level 6 practice because I feel like I was missing easy shit that I shouldn't have missed. Level 3 was good today, so. Opinion of misfire by galaxies. Opinions of the new Pope. Also, opinions on Tony Hawk, if anybody wants to give out those. Two people I want to talk about. The Pope and Tony Hawk. Because I was thinking about Tony Hawk. I don't know anything about popes. Well, damn, that's kind of crazy. Bro died, and then he got elected. The Pope died, and then he got elected. X3. I like how you're announcing the... I like how you're announcing the new slang you're going to use. Why can I not hit this? What's going on here? Give it to me one time. For the one. There we go. Pog. So yeah. I was thinking about Tony Hawk. What do you think about the new Pope? Well, I'm kind of forced to care about him since it was all the news was talking about for a good hour. It's like the way that they elect the popes is made for TV. They have a made for TV way of electing popes. From what I read about him, because I did read a little bit. So generally, Pope Francis was kind of a controversial pope because he was so bold as to support things like being gay and liking the poor, I guess. So Pope Francis was a bit controversial. And it seems that this new pope, first of all, he's young. He's very young. He's 69, which is very young in terms of pope standards. And I'm not kidding when I say that. That's not a joke. He's very young in terms of pope standards. It's kind of unheard of for a pope to be this young and get elected. Well, you know, you know how the Catholics are. So he's young. He's also American. First American ever to get elected as pope. This has never happened before. So kind of a historic. And also, he is kind of progressive in the same vein as Pope Francis. Pope Francis liked him a lot. Him and Pope Francis were kind of like buddies. But he's not as progressive as Pope Francis was. Like, he doesn't support, like, women being religious leaders. He's definitely conservative on a lot of, like, kind of more fundamental values in terms of Christianity. But in terms of, like, liking the poor, he's very much, like, pro-poor. Which is, you know, pro-poor, pro-marginalized groups, like, all that good stuff. So, so in terms of that, like, I don't hate him. I think, you know, there definitely could have been worse choices. The thing that's shocking about this pope is that, like, nobody had him, like, pegged to be the new pope. Like, nobody predicted this guy. You go on any of the parlay sites, like, nobody was gonna, like, say this guy was gonna be the next pope. But he turned out, like, everybody fucked with him, so. I'm sure Pope Francis had, like, a hand in that, but. Does he board game edge? I don't know. He might. he doesn't like JD Vance. People were talking about his disdain for JD Vance, and I think that is based. I don't know how much you know about JD Vance. I don't expect you to know all that much about JD Vance. It's not really something that, I like to think about. But apparently he doesn't like JD Vance. No, he doesn't like GD. The new Pope comes out as anti-Geometry Dash. No. He seems like a decent, in terms of my values, he seems like a decent choice. Like, if he's going to take the church, again, continue this push in a more progressive direction, where we're more accepting of, people being, who they are and stuff, I think that is overall positive. And so, compared to a lot of the other bishops that could have been chosen, a lot of the other cardinals that could have been chosen, I think absolutely, absolutely, this is, not a bad choice. I don't hate it. Now, I will say, some people really don't like it. But all those people are assholes, and I don't really care what they think. So, yeah. Those are the Sheepo 3 takes on the new Pope. Tentatively, could be good. But again, we're not really going to care about the new Pope, because again, the Pope doesn't really do that much in the grand scheme of our lives. The Pope doesn't really do shit in terms of our lives. Unless you're pretty heavily Catholic, you don't really care what the Pope does. The Pope is he kind of just exists. So ultimately, it's fun to kind of follow it and watch it, because I don't know, fuck it. It only happens once every 20 years. So fuck it. Let's watch the new Pope get elected. Also, I have to care about it because I work for the news, and you know how the news is. You seem like a pretty normal Catholic. Yeah, a little bit more progressive, but I guess that's kind of how the church has been going for the last couple of years, or the last couple of decades, I'd say, pushing more progressive, because they've been seeing their cultural foothold be lowered, and so they're trying to kind of extend more outreach to groups that were traditionally kind of pushed away by the church. I'll follow your opinion. Thanks. Appreciate that. I'm glad I could be a bad influence on the youth. Yeah, so there you go. There's the Pope for you. He's not going to do anything. He might show up in your vicinity, wash a couple feet, speak some Italian, and then move on. Kind of what the Pope does these days. None too serious. Always being a bad example for the youth. That's what I stay being a bad example for the youth. Our boss sent out an email that I promptly ignored. He's like, no phones while working. And I proceeded to promptly ignore that email and not change a single thing about the way I worked. And I haven't been written up yet, so I am a bad example for the youth. Trying to freaking dictate what the fuck I do while I'm working. Boy, I'm not making no mistakes, am I? Bitch, don't fucking tell me how to do my fucking job. I don't care. You pay me $16.50 an hour. You can suck my dick. Yeah, also I have the day off on Friday. First time I've had a day off in forever. Is illegal? Is illegal? As in against the law? Or against school policy? Federal law? Damn. That's crazy. That's actually fucking buck wild. Illegal in terms of the law. Shout out. But I'm not sucking your dick for free. That's fine. Don't worry. I'm totally okay with not getting my dick sucked. I was actually going to spend my birthday doing fucking mind-numbing work. That was the plan. I was actually so excited to do mind-numbing work. Because after I finish streaming, I will be masking. I'll be masking feet. Because I need to create manual contact shadows for my people on screen. And the only way I can do manual contact shadows is by masking. And the only way I can mask is manual. So I will be manually masking feet for fucking hours. No sleep for sheep. It'll be terrible. I'm very excited. It's just something that needs to be done. Prefers to suck other people's sex. True. Are you into feet? I am not into feet. I know there are apparently many who are. I am not. I do not subscribe Do you judge people who are in defeat? Normally, I tend to know a lot about people before I know about their preferences of feet. You know? So there's more to go on than just like, are they into feet or not? I've already kind of built a perception of them before, you know, I learn about their preferences around feet and whatnot. So normally doesn't, you know, surprisingly doesn't come up a lot. You know, doesn't come up a lot. So maybe I would judge them, but maybe I would, but I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. Antharians? I think I know what that word means, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna look it up. It seems like a semi-familiar word. Oh. What? An individual who identifies as a non-human animal to some degree. What? I'm sorry. What? I mean, it's religious? Wait. So you don't identify as a human and that's like a religious thing? I mean, I can kind of get behind the new pope. Like, I can kind of understand that. But I've kind of lost the fucking plot here. Past lives? Oh, where are they? If we did have past lives, then we don't know what the fuck they are, okay? So, quit your yapping, you fucking past livers. I do think it's kind of funny how the election of the Pope has turned itself into such a political thing, because my conception of it, like, the new Pope, like, you don't elect the new Pope based on like what you like or what you don't like. You elect it based on who God tells you to elect, right? If you're a cardinal, you've spent your entire life being down with the fucking God. So your job is to listen to him and follow his wishes, right? The God truly elects the new Pope, not you. You as the cardinal are simply the embodiment of God's will, right? So I don't understand why like the new Pope is such a religious thing, right? It's like the new Pope is simply God's will. So if the new Pope is elected, like how can you fucking dislike him or like him, like, right? He is God's, you know, will. It's like if the Pope says, do 10 jumping jacks, right? The Pope isn't saying do 10 jumping jacks, right? The Pope is saying that kind of as like this mouthpiece for God, right? So like if the Pope is going to tell you to do some shit, like, I mean, I'm not going to say like go for it. I'm sure he can still be corrupted, for he is human and he is still like, he is still like, he's still inherently sinful, right? Because that's all humans are inherently sinful. Because of the original sin. What if you're excommunicated? You're just not allowed to fucking, like, I don't know, go to church anymore. Basically, your Sundays get freed up a little bit more, I think. I'm not quite sure, though. Again, not religious. I read the Bible a little bit when I was a kid. Hellenism? Oh, boy. We're really going down the religious... See, the thing is, I took a class on religious studies in college, so I am equipped to have this conversation. I am ready. Don't worry about it. Sheepo3 is a scholar. Yeah, once I hit level 6 again, I'm going to look up Hellenism. Level 6 is going to be bad today, I think. I don't have any faith in my level 6. Alright, Hellenism. I'm not prepared to leave this conversation. Exactly. Thank you for being so brave. The spread and adoption of ancient Greek culture, language, and ideas. Look, I was always a bigger fan of the Greeks than the Romans. This is a classic debate. Greek Empire or Roman Empire? I'm always a big fan of the Greeks. I thought the Greeks were sicker. I thought they were kind of the basis for all the Romans did. And they had cooler names of gods. I did. I fuck with the Greek gods more than I fuck with the Roman gods. Alright? I think that's like, you know, it's what it is. Let's look at the Wikipedia article. System of thought and spirituality with a shared culture and values commonly is 12 Olympians. Heck yeah, baby. I don't know. Pretty dank little god system. I don't know. Most believable gods? I don't know. I wouldn't say any god is particularly believable if you believe them as gods, but I think the Greek gods are kind of cool because they're much more human, I think, than a lot of other gods, right? Like the Christian God is this like perfect infallible being, right? That has created purpose and meaning on this planet. But the Greek gods are just fucking like, they are going fucking buck wild on the regular. Zeus is out here turning into animals and fucking people because he's just horny as shit. And I'm like, you know what? I can't say I'm with it, but I get it. His wife is out there getting fucking pissed at him. Still being his wife, shockingly. No divorce. I'm kind of surprised by that. But yeah. Wife is doing like, you know, these fucking biblical punishments, like fucking chopping off Zeus's dick or something. I think that might have happened. That might have happened at one point. There's a lot of stories about Greek gods. Brave enough to divorce. Well, she's also a god, right? She's no pushover, right? I mean, I get it, Zeus, king of the gods, but like, still, all right. Your man's is cheating on you, right? You're not gonna let that fucking slide. Look, ultimately, I think that the human gods, I think, are more interesting. I think that the stories with the Greek gods are more interesting than a lot of the stories with like the Catholic God. Like the Bible is a lot more about the characters of the Bible are more interesting about the people of the Bible that are fallible, that are, you know, failures, and God is this kind of perfect moral compass. Except in some weird like story, like the Bible has some weird stories where you're like, you know, God kind of be tweaking sometimes, right? God kind of be tweaking sometimes for like no fucking reason too. That's the thing that gets me about the Bible. Is that sometimes like God is like sick and shit and he does things based, and then sometimes he just starts to tweet like murder your own brother. he just pops up like murder your own brother, and then like the guy's about to do it. I'm like, oh, I'm about to murder you because God said so, and then God's like, no, psych, I was joking, bro. Chill, I was joking. He literally did that. He was like, he pulled up like it was fucking like TrueTVPranks.com or something. I'm like, bro, like, are we being dead ass right now? Like, what did we learn about this? Like, God is the funniest being in all of creation. God is the peak of humor, bro. God being Jonathan Pranks. Why? That's what I'm asking. For what reason? So yeah, Bible's main character, totally unrelatable. Very true. At least I could get behind Jesus a little bit more. Jesus was still kind of like perfect, which was kind of like not chill, but I don't know. He was down with the poor, and I think ultimately being down with the poor is something I can get behind. As somebody who is like not really classified as poor, I can get down with being with the poor. Omnipotent, omnibenevolent, omni-hilarious. True. He is omni-hilarious. God is pretty dank, bro. He just be out here. God is in the room with us. And shit. Why is he in the room with us? I don't know. Seems kind of like an invasion of privacy, but I think the thing, like the kind of vibes I get from general Catholicism and religion in general, I think, is like, don't ask too many questions. As long as you don't ask too many questions, you'll be fine. The problems start is when you start asking questions. You're not supposed to do that. That's kind of the vibes I get. You don't want to see me when I sleep, bro. I've been having fucked up dreams, bro. The news anchors of my show have been showing up. The people at my work have been showing up in my dreams, and I don't like it. And actually, like, I woke up and it tripped me out for a second, because sometimes what'll happen is that when I'm having a bad night of sleep, I'll wake up, but I'll be like half asleep, half awake, and I'll be like in these like lucid dreams. I don't know if they're lucid dreams or not, but it's like I'm totally like cognizant and aware, but I'm still like in the dream. And I'll just be like there, just existing, and I'll just see some crazy shit, and like normally I'd be like, yo, that's chill, because I'm in the dream. But because I'm like semi-conscious, I'm like, that's weird. I don't like this. And so eventually the dream will get so weird that I'll just like, I'll jerk myself out of it, because I'm like, this is too weird. And then I'll jerk myself out of it. But it was just weird, because like, I walked into my childhood home, which was recently sold and I'll never see again, my childhood home. And then I just saw my goddamn, one of my news anchors on my childhood kitchen table eating toast. Which I thought was crazy, because she doesn't even eat toast. She doesn't eat gluten. Why is she there? What was she doing there? And I jerked myself out of it. Like, what the fuck is happening? You don't eat toast? And what are you doing in my home? So it's become uncomfortable, I think. And I don't know how to feel about it. I don't want to tell anybody about this, although I am telling you because you guys aren't really people. But yeah, it's this weird phenomenon that's been happening, and I kind of wish it would stop. And then sometimes I'll also do that thing where I'll just be dreaming of like I'm falling or something, and then I'll wake up just before I hit the ground. I will jerk myself out of it. That's some real shit. No. The real dream I have, I'm not falling. I'm rolling down a hill. I will like literally go like I'll start rolling down a hill, and I'll start going too fast, and eventually I'll just violently convulse on the bed, and I'll be awake. And that sucks. I hate that. Those are the worst kind of dreams. Surprisingly, less dreams about being late. Because normally when I was in college, the most common dream I would have was being late to a test or like a work or something like that. I was late. Those are the most common dreams you get in college. I don't get those dreams anymore, which is nice. Great advancement. I heard being laid. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't actually get those dreams. Not even in my dreams can I get any play. It's really fucking crazy out here. I'm not lying either. I wish I was, but I can't even get fucking laid in my dreams. Wet dreams, they just don't happen to me. I'm fucking immune. I'm immune. I'm too powerful. That's the way it is. I don't make the rules. I am simply a creature that has been created. What am I supposed to say? You're simply following orders? I simply am. I am the way I am, and there's nothing I can really do about it, unfortunately. I must live in this body that was ordained to me, so, hey. What am I gonna do about it, huh? I was born too cool. Are you cis or normal? I don't know if that's how it goes normally. But I am cis. Some would say tragically cis. Some would make that assertion that I'm tragically cis. Hey, I might be bi. That gives me a little bit of credit. Unfortunately, you are, sis. It's like spinning the fucking wheel. What the fuck? What the fuck was that for? What the hell? What the hell? What did I do to deserve that? That's crazy. I'm being attacked right now. I will say it is really funny that need to pull some more cards, probably. Gotta play the hand. I got like a pair of 8s. Got a pair of 8s. Oh, you know who came to the studio yesterday? It was kind of fire. Fucking bunt cakes. What the fuck is a bunt cake, by the way? Anybody know what the fuck a bunt cake is? I've seen them. I just don't know like what they are. It's spelled like B. It's not. It's like BUNDB. Yeah, BUNDT. Bunt cake. Bunt cake. What is a bunt cake? Is baked in a bunt pan. Damn. This water is cold as fuck. It's great. It looks tasty. Yeah, they were good. I will say they were soft as hell. And they had like this buttercream frosting that I was like, oh shit. Super soft buttercream frosting. I was like, bitch. They were really good. And the best part about it is that they literally just dropped off like a fucking metric fuck ton of bun cakes. And they just left. They just said, yo, promote our shit. We're not going to send anybody in. You just do it. And I'm like, damn, that's the best kind of guys. They just gave us food and I don't even have to deal with people. This is great. Yeah, so shout out to the bun cake people. They just dropped off a couple of fucking bun cakes, bro. Oh no. Pow! Okay, let's go play level 7. What's this? Have you seen a female cut? That's true. Kind of weird to argue about. It's kind of weird to use Cass as an example of fucking human things. You read that announcement? What, for the fucking Cobblemon server? Miras, believe it, it's not that deep. I don't play on the Cobblemon server. Look, I support you and everything you do there. But it don't really affect me. I gotta turn on my volume for this. But yeah, again go crazy, Miras, but again not really important to me. It's dubs? Kind of crazy. Yeah, it's for the legendary birds, yeah. What's your first choice in terms of the 3 legendary birds, Miras? You gotta go to? I feel like I kind of go Zapdos. I don't know if you pull Zapdos or Moltres. I think maybe, I don't know, Zapdos? But Zapdos is kind of like super... Oh, but Zapdos can fly, so maybe it's pretty based against ground types. I don't know. Which one has been more successful competitively, I guess? Yeah, basically just anything but Articuno, which is like the general consensus of things, which is funny, because Articuno was always my favorite, but... Oh yeah, what I was saying, I saw your image, Amelia, it was like, yeah, I don't know why we're using cats as a way to talk about, you know, human things, but hey. People will be weird. People will do. Damn, I've been really fucking fat fingering these left taps, bro. Fattest left taps on God's green earth, they've been saying. Fat fingering. I don't know how you can misconstrue that. I didn't say anything wrong this time. Fat fingering. Nothing bad about this one. No, it's not interesting. It's a saying. That's a common saying. Fat fingering. That is a extremely common saying. I will not be like. Stop my next comment. Oh, really? Oh, we're stopping now, huh? I got my eye on you. I got my eye on you. What a beautiful boxes. Fingering the click. Shout out to the click. Only consensually. Toronto video, dude, I saw that. I'm like, no. I was like, in the same breath, I was like, that fucking sucks. And I'm like, the GOAT can take as much time as he needs. The instant rebound of like, that sucks. And then instantly, the GOAT can take as much time as he needs. Because he's the GOAT. I don't work on the GOAT's time schedule. Only the GOAT works on the GOAT's time schedule. I am not one to judge, right? So for me, it was like, you know, for a second, I lost faith. But then I came back immediately, and stronger than ever, I'd say. I think it's moments like that, Mirrors, where you kind of experience your own weakness, that you start to gain a newfound respect for the strength of what it takes to be the GOAT, right? I might have lost faith in that moment, but I came back stronger, and now I'm an even firmer believer in what I said, that Wolfie VGC is the GOAT and needs to be respected as such. I no longer, you know... I don't know if I'm best explaining what I felt in that moment, but I felt strong, and I felt convicted, and I felt powerful, and I felt safe. That even though my weakness was seen and it was kind of heard, I was able to kind of like grow from it. I think that's what's best, right? It's like, it's not that you're perfect 100% of the time. It's that when you're imperfect, you can actively learn from it and take steps to be better next time. That's what counts. Mirrors. So the GOAT can take as much time as he fucking pleases. Although I am kind of sick of watching the which type is the best videos, I will say. Little bit. But, you know, the GOAT is the GOAT. And I don't judge, Mirrors. This salt your pasta? Would you do it? A direct message from Wolfie VGC telling me to salt my pasta? I don't know, bro. He's not the GOAT of pasta, is he? He's the GOAT of Pokemon, not of pasta. What does the GOAT have to tell me about my sodium intake, huh? If Zoink told me to salt my pasta, I would salt my pasta. But I'm saying I think that he's the GOAT because he wouldn't overstep his bounds, right? I don't believe he's the GOAT because that's like saying God would sin. God doesn't sin. I don't believe in God because he sins. All right? I don't believe in the GOAT because he would tell me to salt my pasta, because the GOAT knows, because the GOAT is humble. The GOAT will never say that he's the GOAT. The GOAT will allude to him being the GOAT, himself being the GOAT. The GOAT will allude to himself being the GOAT, but he will never call himself the GOAT. Unless he's, like, really the GOAT. Like, you know, there are some sports where it's, like, so obvious that you're the GOAT. But those are very few and far between, and those are, like, special circumstances. But generally, the GOAT doesn't say that he's the GOAT, and so it's like, you know, Wolfie VGC would not overstep his bounds and tell me what to do with my damn pasta. Whether to salt it or not. And what if I don't salt my pasta, huh? What if I don't salt my pasta? I still need to find something to do with my jelly. I have jelly. And it's very good jelly, and I need to do something with it, because I don't know what to do with it. We need to talk about this. I have a lot of jelly. Not a lot, but I have a decent amount of jelly that needs to be used in some form or fashion. I don't know what to do. Because I don't have any bread. I don't eat bread. And I'm not going to bring bread to work. Look at my jelly. Look at it. It's technically marmalade. Look, orange bourbon marmalade. It was sealed in April. You can see it. You see the little, it's got little orange rind in it, like candied orange rind, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know what to do with this. Look at it. It's beautiful. I know it tastes good. I've had a little bit of it. I didn't open this specific one, but I've had a little bit of another one, and it's good. I don't know what to do with it, though. I don't make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They're not high protein. Maybe I should. Maybe I should get some high protein bread. I saw a recipe on TikTok for high protein bread with cottage cheese. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, so that exists. Just, you know, life update on the things that Sheep has. That is something that I have. I own that thing. Oh, bam. Never shave again. Trust the process. No, I will be shaving soon. Actively, I will be shaving soon. The only reason I haven't is because I've been healing my big fuck-ass pimple. That's ugly and gross. I've been rehabbing that. The giant red blot under my fucking mouth. I've been working on it. You should paint your nails non-ironically. I don't have the skill, the talent, nor the paint for such an undertaking. Just ask someone to do it for you. I don't know. They don't really have the time for that, okay? the funny part about, like, work, I don't know. Okay. By the way, I have gotten my nails painted before. Alright? Now, it was by children, and it was during when I was a coach, and, like, the kids were like, oh, I want to paint your nails, coach. And I'm like, okay, fuck it, we ball. It was, like, a fun event, and the kids were having fun, and I'm like, okay. So they painted my nails all crazy colors. Like, 3 11-year-olds were just surrounding me painting my nails. Very funny. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I don't know. There's just not a lot of, like, time for such a thing. For such an undertaking, right? I don't know. I don't hang out. I don't really hang out with people, bro. Like, respectfully, I don't really hang out with people. And also, there was kind of an incident at the studio recently involving nail polish that is kind of like put a sour taste in everybody's mouth about painting nails. there was an incident. Somebody spilled a fuck ton of nail polish. One of our PAs spilled fucking nail polish on the fucking studio floor. We didn't tell anybody. We just cleaned it up with a bunch of nail polish remover. We told no one. We told nobody about it. I was not involved in any of it. It was actually not my fucking problem. Like, it was like, I was so ambivalent to everything. I'm like, this is so not my problem, and I just didn't touch it. So I feel like now is not the time to start talking about nail polish. So, again, not the thing to bring up. I don't know. I feel like I've been trying to, like, be better about my nails. The problem is I don't like my nails being long at all. I actually hate my nails being long. I like my nails being fucking short as shit. Like, if we can, like, do a little, like, right here. Like, they're not, like, a great and, like, perfectly even at all, but they're rounded enough. They're rounded enough, I think, because I do file them, because I'm not a fucking psycho. I file my nails. And they're round enough, but, like, I like them short like this. If they get any longer than this, I get fucking scared. I get stressed out. I do not like long nails. Because they might, like, split and, like, snap or something. I'm like, eh. So just... And then don't talk about my toenails. Don't talk... My toenails are just a fucking Wild West down there. I think it's just because I did water polo when I was a kid. And we had to have short nails. Like, it was the rules. Like before the games, the ref would do a nail check before the game to make sure your nails weren't too long. So that you couldn't, like, fucking scratch the shit out of people. Now, believe it or not... No matter how short your nails are, people will find ways to scratch the shit out of you. So this was a common occurrence of getting scratched the shit out of. Generally, the adrenaline would let you kick through. It didn't really matter, but we kind of... Short nails were kind of the status quo. Water polo was a weird time. I think... Now that I think about it, I think water polo was very pivotal to me in a lot of ways. Playing water polo at that time in my life was, like, very important to me in a lot of different ways. But yeah, short nails were definitely one of the things. My level 7 is not terrible right now. Believe it or not, it is not awful. Now, you know, imagine it's not fucking brilliant, but if I get a decent boxes, then shit. Kind of the sky's the limit in terms of 7. If I can just consistently hit that on the back half, that'd be fucking phenomenal. Honestly, all I'm trying to do is just hit that first frame perfectly, and then it's kind of like smooth sailing. In terms of getting to the end of the level, at least. Now, will I get to the end of the level in a pretty way? No. But... White nails are top 10 human inventions? Like, what do you mean white nails? Like, the fake nails? Oh my god. I hate the fake nails that are super long. I fucking hate the fake nails that are super long. I despise them. I hate them, dude. I like the nails painted white with, like, little designs on them. Now, I actually have a reason why I hate the fucking... in my fucking... I remember I took math class in high school. And so I took a very... So, there in high school, there are two different routes with math you could take. Like, after you take, like... I think it was, like, trig, like, alg 2. You could kind of go down the pre-calc route, or you could go down the statistics route. And traditionally, people would take the pre-calc route, because that was the traditional route. You would take pre-calculus, you would take calculus, and then you would take statistics, or you would just take pre-calc, then calc, and then graduate, right? If you were on the normal path. Me, I had no desire to touch calculus at all. I had no fucking desire. I did not want to do calculus. So what I did is that there's another route where you could take a kind of like a geometry class, like somewhat of a geometry class, and then you'd go straight into statistics. That's what I did. The problem with the geometry class is that that was also the same class that the remedial senior students take. So if you were really fucking bad at math, you would take that class as your final math class, right? And so because that class was so easy, it attracted a bunch of dumb people and a bunch of bums. And that's not all. This is all to say, for a lot of the time I sat at a table with a girl with fake nails, and she was a bitch. And she would constantly do the fucking clicking sounds of like just rolling her nails across the desk, and I fucking hated it. It was the most annoying thing. Now, her being a bitch was entirely separate from her nails, but I think I've kind of combined them in my mind, where I just hate that sound. So yeah, I hate the nails. I hate the nails. So basically, yeah. What made her a bitch? She was just fucking, she was just like, I don't, but she was like, I don't know how to describe it. She's just very uppity, I think. Like, she was like very uppity, but in like kind of like that poor person way where like you're like, where like you're a broke bitch, but you still act like you're the shit, right? And I'm like, you are not the shit. You are not the shit. You're in a fucking, you are a senior in a fucking remedial math class. You're dumb as hell. Don't act like you are some like fucking tough girl, badass, like everybody wants this thing. Everybody want this. Shut up. Nobody wants it. You're dumb as fuck, bro. You are legit, and she was stupid, okay? By the way, like most people, like I diffed most people in that class. I was easily one of the smart kids in the class. Not a flex. I was a nerd in high school, but like just to say, like it's very annoying when you can act like you are the shit and you have nothing to back it up. When you have nothing to back it up, don't act like you're a fucking real hard like gangster motherfucker if you're not a fucking hard gangster motherfucker. Don't act like you're a fucking don't act like you're the baddest bitch in this club when you're 250 pounds. Like, I'm sorry, you're not unattractive, but holy shit, you're fucking, you are overweight. I'm gonna say it how it is, bro. You are fat. You are, I'm not saying I'm the fucking perfect specimen of physical fitness, but I'm skinny compared to you. Okay? Don't talk like that. You are not him. So yeah, I didn't like her, and you know what? That's fine. I generally tend to not like girls like that. The one that just spam makeup and fake nails. I'm like, yeah. Lighten up on the makeup. And also, it was like high school, and you're wearing like you're wearing clothes that like you're trying very hard to look attractive right now. Like this is a fucking this is a fucking high school, dude. I don't know. Maybe this is like a getting older thing, but like as I get older, I see some of the shit that like women are wearing to like school. I'm like, holy shit, you are not over the age of 18. Likes to wear that. Look, okay, look. Maybe I'm tripping. But I have the same reaction when I see fucking guys like 17-year-old dudes going to school wearing like sleeveless shirts. Okay? It's the same thing. It's like, I get it that you like to wear this. Like I get it, like this is what you want to wear. I understand that. But also you're in a fucking school. You are going to school. Let's be so dead ass. They feel comfortable because sometimes it's fucking too crazy, bro. What was the thing? The fucking, oh my god, there were some of these shorts are really fucking short, dude. I'm like, I might be tripping, but bro, that is so short. I'm not saying makeup is inappropriate. I'm not saying I personally like certain kinds of makeup. I think too much makeup is kind of ugly. That's a personal preference. I don't think too much makeup is a bad thing. I think there's a difference between me saying too much makeup is inappropriate versus I don't like too much makeup. Okay, it's not inappropriate. You can wear the fucking makeup you want. Okay, but there's some clothing that is so fucking revealing. You gotta chill. All right, and this applies to guys too. Okay, this applies to guys too. The same thing applies to guys. Some of y'all are going fucking crazy, okay? Chill, all right? You're in a fucking school. Put on your goddamn backpack and go to class. I understand that it makes you feel comfortable or whatever, but like you're not gonna wear your fucking rave outfit to the goddamn office. Okay? You were saying, no, I was not! That's crazy! I was saying I did not like this specific girl, and one of her characteristics was that she wore a lot of makeup, and I didn't like that. And then I also made another point saying some people dress way too inappropriately. Two separate points. Now, I get it. They may have been construed similarly, but believe me, I don't care how much fucking makeup you wear. I don't think that you need to make rules about how much makeup you wear. I don't care about that. That is so far beyond my scope of, like, caring about what the fuck kids are wearing. Okay? I did not... Bro, that's tripping. Okay, I can admit that maybe I transitioned between two separate rants way too quickly, and I didn't give proper separation, and I can admit that. And I will admit my mistakes, because I'm brave. Shout out to me. But now that I can fucking reclassify my stance, I don't care how much makeup you wear. It's not inappropriate. However, I think showing too much skin is inappropriate. And I think you gotta chill. Shout out to me is crazy. I'm just a hero. What can I say? Sorry. Sorry for being goated. Okay. Over to level 8. So yeah, basically that's what I'm trying to say. Again, maybe this is just like old person brain. Because like when I was a kid, like I was like, I don't care about any of this. Wear whatever you want. Dress codes are stupid. But that was me when I was 15, and now I'm not 15. And now I'm much more like, you know, dress codes. You know, maybe they're onto something. Fucking sexist for 6 minutes straight. Ah! 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 Sorry. I gotta turn off my game volume. This is so loud. Rephrase your sentences. I think I have a habit of sometimes coming off like I'm the smartest person in the room, and then sometimes I come off like the stupidest person in the room. And it's, you either get one or the other, I think, with me. I'm riding through life by the seat of my pants, unfortunately. For better or for worse. So again, I think to appreciate the things that I'm saying, you have to give me a little bit of charity, unfortunately. Because when I'm in the middle of a rant, I'm going by the seat of my brain thought. And everything that I'm saying, like a lot of the things that I'm saying make total sense to me in Crest brain or sheep brain. But a lot of things do not make sense to other people when I say them out loud. Again, really, really fucking train of thought type stream here. In my own brain, I'm based. But I can understand how some people would be, you know, hey, kind of fucking weird. You're based? In my own brain, yes. How could I exist if I was not based? I think we all think we're based. Oh no. Sorry, I forgot that based was like a Nazi thing. Shit. Why it's not a Nazi thing, guys. I swear it. I swear, guys. I don't like Nazis, I swear. I don't like Nazis, I swear. And I don't. I swear, guys. Certified not Nazi liker here. I don't not like. Wait, what? Certified not Nazi liker. I'm a not Nazi liker. I don't not like. What am I trying to say? I'm a not liker. You know, the grammar is kind of is tragically difficult for me today. I don't not like Nazis. Kanye, is that you? Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is... I'm not sexist. I don't like Nazis. But also, you know, we should also, you know, maybe dress a little bit more appropriately in particular circumstances. You know, we should dress appropriately for the circumstance, is what I'm trying to say. I would hate them either way, okay? Don't worry. Them being green does not mean that I hate them. I hate them regardless of if they were green. If it was appropriate clothing that was green, I'd destroy it anyway. It's not appropriate to wear green clothing. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Is that... If that's overreach, then goddamn it. Me expeditiously making my way over to r/conservative to make a post. You know what was funny? When I heard that the new Pope got elected, I went to I was like, I wonder what the internet thinks about this, because you know you have to know what the internet thinks about this. All the fucking nerds. And I went into r/Catholicism, and it was just a bunch of people being like, "Oh, I'm so sad that the Pope died," and then people being like, "Oh, I love Jesus, and like I love going to church and shit." I'm like, this is fucking boring. So I'm like, this is fucking boring. So I went into r/conservative to get opinions. I'm like, thank God, finally, finally some real fucking entertainment. I'm not here for some actual fucking takes. I'm like, he's so holy. He's such a brave man for being the Pope. Fuck that shit. I'm here to, what did r/conservative say? You know, they generally they lean toward dislike. Because again, he's a pope in the same vein that Francis was, Pope Francis, our last pope. And boy, oh boy, did they hate Pope Francis. The conservatives were not a big fan of that man. But hey, what do I know? I will say the big thing. Oh, dude. If there was one subreddit that, like, okay, so politics is brain rot, by the way. If there's one thing that is fucking brain rot in this world, is actually fucking politics. And I remember, dude, one subreddit that has fallen to the fucking plague of politics. r/public freakout. If you've ever been into r/public freakout, like back like 3-4 years ago, r/public freakout was a place where you would just go to see people fucking fighting. Okay? If you wanted to see like two motherfuckers fighting, you'd go into r/public freakout. That's kind of like the entire vibe of that sub. Just two motherfuckers taking swings at each other. And I'm like, if I was in a mood, I'd be like, you know what? I'm in a mood. Let's see some motherfuckers fighting. I'm a human. I want to see a little bit of violence. And so I did. I saw a little bit of violence, and the shit was kind of sick. But dude, if you go into r/public freakout now, it is all political posts. It is all political posts. It is fucking horrific, dude. I logged on there. I'm like, no, it can't be. They've fallen, dude. It is awful. It is all just fucking politicians saying shit. And it's super liberal, of course. Like, it's like, oh boy, you know. The fucking, the Reddit liberals are back at it again, you know. So yeah, r/public freakout has fallen. And it's sad to see. It's like going to your favorite restaurant and realizing, like, damn, they don't got it like that anymore. You went to a restaurant and you had like a goated like spaghetti or something, and then you go back there like a couple years later and you're like, damn, it's just not the same. They changed. And r/public freakout changed. It's a sad reality of the situation. There is no room for motherfuckers fighting. And the only other, like, there's a couple other subreddits that do, like, motherfuckers fighting. But it's not the same. It's not the same. Yeah, first person about Trump. That's about it. The image I sent? Hold on. Fuck. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What is this? Real. Real. Not a true Catholic. He cares about people. He likes people too much. Why would he do that? Why would he care about people? Ridiculous, I say. But again, what do I know? I'm not Catholic. So ultimately, remember, this is all just like kind of like all this shit about the Pope is all shit posting. Okay? Because it doesn't really fucking matter to most people. If you're not a Catholic, this shit does not really mean a damn thing. Okay? This doesn't mean Catholics are going to start liking you. This doesn't mean that the church is going to fundamentally change really anything. Even though the church is like kind of a relevant political entity, ultimately, if you don't go to fucking church every Sunday, who cares? There's so many other things that like impact you so much more than fucking the Pope. All right? Yeah. Because ultimately, like, as like if you're a Catholic, like you're gonna follow, like, you're just gonna kind of go to whatever church like you like, right? You're gonna go to a church that like you fuck with the things that they fucking, to some degree, but like that change is over like a very, very long time. It is very small incremental change over a very long period of time. You might see like a general shift towards like in terms of gay marriage, if like this Pope also ends up being like pro gay marriage and stuff, and like pro gay people in general, you're not going to see a shift from general Catholicism. You're going to see a very small push from the top end, and it's slowly going to spread out over like years, like decades and decades and decades. That influence will be felt, right? And ultimately, like as a Catholic, we are all fundamentally kind of like ruled by our own biases. And so like you're just going to go to the church that you like, right? If you're already like predisposed to be a conservative or to like a certain thing, and you go to a church and they're preaching the things that you like, then you're going to go to that church. It's the same way that people go like they try to find churches that are like pro LGBTQ, like pro like LGBTQ people will go to those churches because they want a church that can like, you know, supports what, you know, they like. And so that's kind of what all happens. Like we all go to the, like, we all kind of engage with this religion the way we want to engage with it. I say we, like people engage with religion the way they want to engage with it. They engage with it on their own terms because we're all selfish. And we're all kind of like with like in our own way. So like while we may learn about like Christ or God or whatever, ultimately it is like simply it's kind of like a way for you to, I don't know, express your own like moral beliefs in a more like unified way, you know, have a family, because that's ultimately what church is about, you know. Belief or whatnot, and like believing in God or whatever, it's not really the most important thing about church. It's about community. It's about community. It's about being around people. It's about being part of a group. I have a fucking person at work who is a Catholic, and he's super chill, and he talks all the time about how he does a bunch of stuff with the church. He has a bunch of friends from the church, right? He's like he has found a community inside of the church, and I'm like, that's fucking super chill. I think he's super chill for that. And he's a super nice guy, and it's like I have no problems with him. So like, why would I have? Exactly. It's just like a church can be a very wholesome part of somebody's life, a very important part of somebody's social life, being, you know, just being good and feeling like you're being good and trying to be a good person. Like all that is just like, yeah, it can be a very wholesome thing. I think that we just happen to see again all the bad things that happen, and it sticks out in our minds more, all the bad things that happen, all the bad experiences that we see, all the bad things. It's so much more memorable to remember like the one bad experience versus like the millions of good or mediocre or like neutral experiences you've had with a certain thing. It's very easy to kind of compartmentalize those and forget about them, while those big bad moments stick in your mind way more. So it kind of colors your perception of how things are. So what I'm trying to say is that the world is not all bad. Some of it is, but a lot of it is kind of just like neutral, and you kind of just forget about it. The world's not out to get you. Campfire Day is a real thing. Campfire Day? There are so many national days, it's actually unfathomable. The amount of national days there are is fucking unreal, okay? National days are... National days are a way for politicians to make it look like they're doing something. When a politician says, I've passed X amount of bills, look into the kind of bills they've passed. I guarantee over half of them will be bills declaring national days. I'm not kidding, by the way. Look this up. If you've ever been curious about your elected officials' history, they fucking make a lot of national days. Most of the bills they pass are meaningless fucking fluff. And that's no shade toward politics. It's just saying, like, hey, judging somebody by the amount of bills they've passed is not the best way to judge a fucking elected official. Alright, level 9. I've spent so much time practicing, like, all these early levels. I haven't had time to touch the later levels. I have to figure out what I'm going to write on Saturday. Ooh, that's going to be a fun thing. What am I going to write on Saturday? More dialogue, I think, is what I need. More dialogue, more people. More dialogue, more people. Yesterday I did dialogue. It was okay, and then it got kind of bad, and then it went from bad to worse, and it was kind of like there. So that's kind of an indication of where I'm at in terms of my dialoguing. Maybe I'll try to do characterization through dialogue. That could be interesting. Wonder how much backstory could I convey through fucking dialogue alone. Problem is that with writing dialogue is that you kind of have to establish a lot of like ground shit about all the people to really make the dialogue hit. And without context, it's hard. And so I end up writing a lot of context around the dialogue, you know? What if I tried to just not do that? I feel like it'd kind of suck, but an interesting experiment, I'd say. Am I too far? Oh, okay. That top layer cloud is actually a lot closer to the actual cloud than I thought it was. That's interesting. A little bit too goated, it seems, on the sticks. Level 9 might be where I fucking choke the bag, honestly. If not level 9, it'll be level 10. It's somewhere that I choke. I've choked on level 9 multiple times before. Level 9 is a very chokeable level. That's the thing about level 9. I know it looks easy when you're watching a real professional like me fail it over and over again. But it is actually very difficult. That might be even a little bit too slow. As I say, as I fucking nail it perfectly. Shit! I don't know why I didn't think that was like the bottom layer cloud. I thought that was the top layer cloud. I baited myself. Oh, and look at me. Ugly, ugly positioning. Man, okay. This might not be the day where we get anything done, okay? I'm just warning you right now. We've made big steps in the last couple of days. It's looking piss fucking poor. I'm just saying. This could be a rough one. CBF? Oh no. I'm concerned. What does CBF stand for? Do you know what it stands for? Does anybody know what it stands for? Click between frames. What? How? Is that a thing? A mod that lets you... Oh, it's a mod. Makes your inputs more accurate. I don't know, honestly. Because it does just make your inputs more accurate, but, like, how does that, like, actually work? I guess it just depends on how the actual thing works, right? Click, like, it... Click between frames. How would you click between frames? How would it detect that? Isn't, like, GD a frame-dependent game? You can only click on frame, like, you're either on the frame or you're not on the frame. What is it? Is it like... Instead of the waiting, it's basically instead of the game waiting for the next frame, your input just does it immediately. How? But how does that affect the actual gameplay? Because your input can only have, like, I guess, like, I know that, like, like, reading inputs and, like, what actually shows up on the screen is, like, different. Oh, man. This is so fucking out of my wheelhouse. Imagine... The X is where you click. Okay, I'm imagining, like, the timeline of the game. Right? You click on 4. So just, it saves your input and just sends it to the next frame. Right? It clicks on the middle. Yes. That... I don't know. That kind of... I mean, it does just make your inputs more accurate, but it's like... It feels like mechanical assistance, right? It feels like the game is, like, assisting... Like, you're downloading a mod that will assist you in basically, like, it makes your inputs more... It makes your inputs... It puts your inputs in places they shouldn't be. That feels a little bit weird. Just from, like, an initial, like, first, like, initial glance, it feels a little weird. I don't know, though. It sounds like you're kind of on the side of this technology. You're a big fan of CBF. You know, I am the uneducated one here, so I'm here to take your opinion, without thinking. Kind of on the middle. I don't know, it feels weird. Because, like, with the whole Minecraft speedrunning drama, I think that was pretty, like, the Minecraft community was pretty solidly in the wrong in their drama. Should have a separate list? I don't know. See, I don't like that, because I think that fucking unnecessarily splits the community in kind of a very weird way. And it's very easy, like, if we allow CBF, like, how do we tell if it's being used, right? If there's not a consistent way for us to tell how if it's being used or not, then it's like, what are we supposed to do, right? Because if it's allowed, then somebody's gonna use CBF, they're gonna submit it to the non-CBF list, and they're gonna be like, oh, and then if they got found out, then they'd be like, oh no, I meant to do it the other way. It's like it's a very like plausible deniability thing. And I feel like it kind of unnecessarily splits the community. If it's that divisive, I think you just ban it. If you're having serious conversations about splitting up a leaderboard over a mod, I think that you just kill it. I don't think it's worth it to split your community like that, because it's not like an actual split, like gameplay or changing the way the game is actually played. Like like when you have two different speedrunning categories, it fundamentally changes the game that's being played, right? If you're splitting it between a mod or not a mod, I think that I think you're cucked at that point. CBF is the thing that should be in the basic game, but Rob is slow. Okay, look, I think if Rob, I think that you roll off what Rob Top is fucking rolling with here. I think Jonathan Robothan Topathan, the man who gives Rob Top, I think that you kind of just got to go with his vibes, I think, on this particular issue. You kind of got to go with his vibes on this issue. Jonathan Top, I think with Jonathan Top, I don't know. It just feels like a little bit too controversial to be fucking like ooga booga. Let's go for it. Now, if Rob Top adds better fucking click detection into his game, then like fuck it, we ball, right? Makes it better for everybody, and it's not controversial anymore. CBF detector that wouldn't let you play. That's really funny. What's the general community sentiment on CBF though? What do most people think, I guess? What's popular opinion? Like, I don't know, is it like split? Or are people like super one way, super the other way? Gotta turn on my sound for this level. See, look at that. I didn't click fast enough. I didn't reset my, whatever the fuck it's called. When I reset on the flag, I have to, like, manually repress. See, there we go. We nailed it. I don't think that was a frame perfect start or first frame acceleration. First frame XL. The meme is back, ladies and gentlemen. First frame XL. I don't think that was first frame XL, but but you don't need to get first frame XL to hit this strategy. Like, you can get away with like second frame or third frame, but anything past that, it gets a little bit rocky. Majority of people consider it cheating. Okay. I think because it's such a divided thing, I think it's just best to just say no. Just no dice. Then I think that run shouldn't be accepted. If the community is that split, it's not worth like fucking... It's not worth killing, like, splitting your fucking community with it. Just kill it. That's what I think. My level 10 is kind of feeling funky and fresh. Like a zucchini on a fresh summer's day. And I consider zucchini to be a pretty funky and fresh vegetable. Given based opinions. Stop. I don't like how you say it like that. Based, all capitalized. Does it have to be a Nazi thing? Do we have to do a Nazi thing? Based is so deep in my it's so deep in my vocab. I don't know if I can fix using the word based. I don't know if that's a thing I can do. Alright, it is so fucking deep in there, okay? You're gonna have to fucking root out with a fucking scalpel or some shit. Okay, it's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well. You fixed the R word? The R word was not... You're acting like the fucking R word was just like deeply rooted in the fucking vocabulary. Okay, I say base like every stream. Multiple times every stream. I never really used the R word like that. Even when I wasn't streaming. I wasn't out here, you know, you know, shouting fucking R word to the fucking moon. Don't act like I was some fucking freaky frog or weirdo back in the day, bro. Look, I watched content creators that would use the word a lot. But I watched them because they were funny. Not because they used the R word, okay? Shout out to Fitz and the gang. Maybe a niche reference, but hey. They were really funny, and I think a pretty large development of my type of humor, I'd imagine. Definitely, they had an influence on the way I perceive humor. Bro, I cannot get this frame perfect to save my life. I hate you. No, I hate the green. It's only fucking you every time. With fucking you. At the end of any conversation that is going to be had on this stream, it's going to be green fucking food day. And I have to fucking mentally prepare myself to get fucking brain blasted by this shit. Stay pink. Just go back to being pink. I can ban you again, and this time it won't be for a joke. Or, sorry, it won't be accidental. Alright? Alright? I can make that happen. Trust the goddamn process. Yeah, exactly. Have you ever considered it's not because I hate women, but it's because I hate you specifically? I'm a woman. I think I'm allowed to hate a specific woman without being sexist. Hot take. Hot take. I know, fiery red hot take here from the old Sheepster. That makes it. Oh, that is fucking sexy. Okay, well, don't talk about that last part. All right, either way, let's play some level. I just want to get a little bit of 11, and then I want to get some level 12, and then I want to go 4 runs. I gotta remember the timing. Like, right as he slams into the wall, that's when you're supposed to hit it. Oh, and I got it. Look at that. Or I think I got it. I might have gotten it. Oh, wait, hold on. Holy! Oh! Sorry. That sucks. What the fuck did I just do? What the? Okay, we're just gonna... Yeah, okay. Somehow I am still failing at the easy part of level 11, which is just... a real goddamn tragedy, I'd say. Can we not? It's so crazy that you're literally proving the fucking point of the analogy in the first place. The point of the analogy was to demonstrate how ridiculous that statement was. I'm so glad that you're actually, like, taking it seriously and demonstrating the ridiculousness of the analogy. You weren't there for Green Food Dye. Or, I don't know, were you? Or you were under there under a different username or whatever, but... Green Food Dye came from meta ethics. The point of it was to demonstrate that debating that, like, having ethical foundations for anything is a ridiculous statement in itself, right? Saying that I have a foundation that I'm allowed to say, like, an ethical fact or something like moral is true is a ridiculous statement to make. You cannot say anything definitively about, like, what is good or what is correct. You cannot do that. Nothing is good inherently. And you can't prove that. I was there for meta ethics. It wasn't an arc. Don't call it an arc. Arc. Can we start being a little bit more dead ass in this fucking Twitch channel? Arc? It was not. It was a conversation. It was a single stream during the Hoplite Roblox arc. It was a fucking snippet of fucking filler content. It did not. It was like one main stream where I did like a whole presentation about why I hate meta ethics, and then you fuckers. It was not. I feel like I'm being gaslit. It was not. This wasn't like a sheepo every day. It's like, damn, we gotta start talking about it. It's because you motherfuckers. All right? You are just as much curators of this stream as I am, okay? When I bring up something as like a topic, I will take responsibility for that being part of the stream. But when you motherfuckers bring up something as a topic, you also have to take that same responsibility, okay? You can't like fucking hide behind this like, oh, but you talked about it, you talked about it. You're the fucking ones who brought it up. I only have so many fucking goddamn chat messages to go through. Unfortunately, look at me and my 4 whole ass viewers. One person typing in chat, by the way. Okay, I've only got so much to fucking do. I am limited. Okay, and you people will accuse me of not reading chat messages. It's really crazy out here. What am I supposed to do? Ignore it? And then what? I'm gonna have to deal with the same comment. Sheep, why do you ignore my messages? Sheep, why do you ignore my messages? Because they're fucking shit. Because there's nothing there. Why do I ignore your messages? Because there's nothing to say. Oh my god. I've made this point so many times, and I will continue to do the same. I will continue to do it. Oh my god. I'm crashing out. I'm not. The thing with the sexist allegations, at some point, bro, it's actually gonna come back and fucking bite me in a serious way. And I'm fucking scared. I'm terrified. One day, it's gonna happen, dude. Someday, the sexist allegations are gonna fucking somehow fuck up something that is actually happening in real life. And I'm fucking so scared, bro. This is why I don't fucking interact with other streamers anymore, okay? I'm just not interested. I don't want to deal with it. It's not worth it. I'm just gonna keep to myself. I already tried that, okay? I interacted with other streamers, and guess what? I made other people uncomfortable, and that sucked. And I take full responsibility for that. But you know what else sucked about that entire? As I stutter my way through my goddamn sentence, you know what else sucked about that entire situation? How nobody would fucking tell me. That also sucked. That nobody would ever tell me that they felt uncomfortable. Ever. Nobody would say a fucking word about it. And that also sucked. Okay? It sucked that I was a dumbass. But it also sucked that other people refused to bring up how they felt around me, about me, or to me in any kind of fucking way. That fucking sucked. And you know what? So it's so like you have to understand, like, the sexist jokes are funny, and I'm totally with it, and I can totally get behind it. But at some point, there has to be, every couple of months we're gonna have to have the conversation of, are you guys being dead ass legit here? All right. Now you're pretty good with it, Amelia. I'm not accusing you of this. You're actually fucking really good about this. Okay. If something's actually sexist, you're gonna fucking say it, and I appreciate that. Or if you think something's actually sexist, you're gonna fucking say it. You know. You keep it real with me, and I can appreciate that. Okay, you're good about it. You're good about it as if you think I'm actually doing some fuck ass. If I'm actually saying some fuck ass shit, you're gonna say, "Hey, sheep, I think you're saying some fuck ass shit," and then we can actually have a conversation about that. It means you're not just gonna go on with the bit and just feel uncomfortable, right? You're not just gonna like sit there and be like, If something is fucky, you're going to say it, and I appreciate that. That means something. No, oh my god, stop making it weird. I'm just saying, I personally appreciate people when they keep it fucking real with me. And it feels like there are certain parts of my life where I hung out with a lot of people that refuse to fucking keep it real with me. And I look back at those times now with a little bit of shame. Not only because of my own actions, but also because I hung out with a bunch of people that refused to keep it real with me. That sucked. I hate that. If I'm being a dumbass, please inform the GOAT. And I refer to myself here as the GOAT. Inform the GOAT that he's being not the GOAT, dude. I'm every day I wake up and I try to be the GOAT. Most days I fail. Just tell me if you... Exactly! I am not going to get offended. Oh my god, bro. These people are just so scared of... Oh, man. It's an uncomfortable conversation to have. I totally understand. But if you value me as a friend, if you value me as a person, then you're going to fucking tell me. Okay? And I think that you not refusing to tell me that just shows. It just shows me something about how much you actually care about me. It just shows. I think it just shows something. You actually value me this much. And I'm like, okay, I know where we stand. And you know what? I'm not going to put as much stake in our continued communication because you've told me that. Okay? That's just the way it is. So yeah, that's all it is. Problem is, if people know about the drama that I'm referring to, I don't know. Were you there for that drama, Amelia? I don't know if you were there for it. I don't really want to explain it. This is a dark part. What drama? Okay, so you weren't there. Basically, what I'm referring to all happened, by the way. Okay, Emmy was there when I used to play with all those streamers, then I stopped all of a sudden. Yeah, that basically. Yeah, Miller and Bloomy and that whole group. And Fireball and whatnot, yeah. I didn't catch it. Yeah, it was kind of a very, like, quiet thing. We just kind of stopped talking to each other. Fun fact, I'm still banned in all their chats. So, that just tells you where we fucking stand. Yeah, all the drama actually just happened on fucking... I think it was like Miller's stream. So, it didn't even happen here. Really funny. But whatever. I'm not gonna fucking... It happened almost exactly a year ago. Because like at this... No, it wasn't out... that drama was like... It was a really fucking funny when it happened. What was the drama? Basically, man, I really hate talking about it because it is not a fucking like it is not a great fucking representation. All right. No, I should talk about it because it is a fuck up on my part. And so it is something that I should have to talk about, I think, to confront it, but it still isn't comfortable, right? It's like confronting a demon, right? You have to fucking fight it, but you don't want to. Basically what happened is that for a very long time, there was kind of a running joke that was kind of very similar to what we do here about me being a sexist, right? And I thought it was a running joke. I thought it was a running joke. And so I would lean into it like I sometimes do here, where I like, you know, I will sometimes lean into it like I am sexist or something like that, right? The homophobic Miller joke? It was like that. I forget that exact joke, but it was like that. Where I'm not like trying, like I am like, I will lean into it a little bit, right? And what I didn't realize is that a bunch of people, like again, when somebody fucking said it to me, they were actually being dead ass. I didn't realize. I thought it was a fucking meme. And so I leaned into the meme, and then it kind of confirmed in their head, like, oh shit, he is actually sexist. And so it kind of grew to this point where nobody would fucking tell me. Nobody would tell me. And for the longest time, I thought people were just being really weird about me, but nobody would say anything to me. And so for the longest time, I just thought like, oh, they just don't like me for some reason. until eventually something boiled over. People fucking confronted me in a very serious way. And they said, yeah, we fucking hate you, basically. And I'm like, oh shit, thanks for telling me, guys. And so on my own volition, I basically just cut off contact with everybody in that group. We're basically saying, hey, you people clearly don't like me. I'm gone. I'm not trying to fuck with your vibes. And so I just left. And that was the entire drama. So ultimately, it was a mistake on my part. It was me not being able to read the vibes in the room correctly. And that is on me. Ultimately, it is always on me. Like the first perpetrator of everything was on me. But it does suck. Because I had fun with those people. I thought it was a fun group. It just sucked that it had to end like that. And so it ultimately it's made me like this it's kind of made me very like, I don't know, paranoid or scared about like, maybe not in this chat, because like I know who you people are, and I can like kind of like I can be a little bit more like open and safe, I feel, around in my own chat, in my own Twitch chat, where people are allowed to leave if they don't like the jokes that I'm making, if they don't like the content I'm making or anything like that. They are within free fucking range to leave without being weird. It's a little bit different when you're like talking with somebody like in person, right? Or like on a voice call. It's different. So I feel a little bit more like open to kind of make these kind of jokes when I'm in a safe space. Jesus Christ. We're going to turn this into a cheap of being autistic thing. This is not... I guess I can laugh about it now that it's been a year, but it's one of those moments that I'm not happy about, and it sucks, but it is also like a moment where I'm like, I can also reconsider like who I consider to be my friends and how much people actually cared about me. And what I realized is that like I was very much like a third wheel in that group. I was not important. I was not cool. I was not important enough to them to feel like they wanted me, or they needed to keep me around. And at that point, it's like, hey, I understand that I fucked up and I made mistakes, but your refusal to have any communication to me just shows how much you value me, and that's fine. If you don't want to hang out with me, then I don't want to hang out with you. All right. I'd mostly watch Miller streams for you. I don't know were you like originally a Miller viewer? I don't know. I don't know how I got you in my community anyway. Because like you were Emigod for a while. I'm originally a Miller viewer. Yeah, oh dude, I think I remember like after that drama, like I continued streams as normal, but I was fucking petrified. MEGD, sorry. I did call you Emigod like multiple times. Dude, okay, so like I think I remember that. Like I remember seeing you originally in Village chat. I remember for a very long time I was fucking terrified of you because I thought that you were just like, I don't know, sitting there trolling. You thought I was like a massive like sexist or something. So I was like really uncomfortable for a little bit with you. Without like, oh no, that's an old Miller viewer. Oh no, they all hate me over there. Oh no. So it was I didn't like if I did a pretty good job of hiding it, then, you know, shout out to me for being the goat about that. But I was like, thank God that you are again a viewer that can just leave my fucking channel at any time if you don't fuck with me. Again, thank God for this Twitch streaming shit. Okay, I would never say the things I'm saying to somebody in real life because they're not a Twitch stream. Real life, not a Twitch stream. Me, exactly. You weren't even fucking there. You know. I'm sure if you went back to Miller's chat and you talked, don't talk about any of that. It's just not worth it. It has been a fat fucking year. The only person that thinks about this shit is me because, you know, shout out to Jonathan Autistic, over here. I'm not the only person that is sometimes staying up in bed thinking about all the worst moments of my life in a fucking compilation montage. I'm not the only person that does that. That's a human thing, okay? Yeah. Maybe also partially the reason I'm scared of human interaction. There's probably a little bit of there. If I talked to a therapist, they could probably bring it out of me. Some deep internalized fears about making people uncomfortable and whatnot. But I'm not a therapist. And I think exploring the deep annals of my inner mind is, you know, we do it sometimes on this stream, but it's not something that should be, you know, everyday kind of content, you know? My dark thoughts are not to be seen. More ironic. It's weird. I get what you're saying, right? I'm able to kind of tackle serious topics while being able to manage the kind of meminess of it to make the serious, like, we can encounter serious topics without it feeling like it's super serious. You know? So it's a lot easier to engage with that topic, I guess. I get what you're saying. I just think too much. You just generally. I don't think I'm a more interesting person. I'm just better at expressing what I'm saying. I think that everything that I'm saying, I'm not like uniquely interesting. I think I'm just better at communicating what I am, or what I think compared to other people. And that is even a fucking stretch, because I'm sometimes awful at communicating what I think. Okay, it's just that I am more willing and I'm more practiced at doing it. You know, 4 fucking or 5 years. I did, like, my birthday, like, we're coming up on my stream anniversary, my 5-year stream anniversary in about roughly 2 weeks. I don't know the exact date, but it's sometime in late May that I started streaming for the first time. I wish I had evidence of that. My first ever stream. But it is sometime in late May. I wonder what the oldest clip on my channel is. Maybe that could give us a hint, because it's sometime in 2020, I think. It has to be. Oh, give me the level 11 completion, please. The fucking, oh, I thought it was a fail. Let's go. All right, level 11. We're gonna do full run soon. Obvious, you have good faith. I guess it's just, you know, I'm trying to be a good person, so at least that comes across. Hold on, I'm gonna go to my Twitch channel really quick. What is the oldest clip on my channel? If it's not from 2020, then I'm actually a fraud. By the way. Videos, we'll go to clips, and then we're gonna go manage clips. Oh, I can look at it now. Clips I've created. All time, I want to go to 2020 of May. We're really, oh dude, I'm going in the fucking back. All time from May 2020, we're gonna say May 2020. Search. Oldest first. The first clip I ever created was May 14th. Oh shit, that's earlier than I thought. Was it 2020 or 2021? Oldest first. What is this? Yeah, May 5th, May 14th, 2020. May 14th is the first clip I think I ever created. Hold on, I'm going to reload just so I can get a confirmation on that. That's fucking wild, bro. Oldest first? Yeah, May 14th, 2020 with 204 views. This is actually really popular. What is this clip? Hold on. Pause the music. What is this clip that I've fucking made? I wonder if anybody was in my chat. I wonder if it has a chat. I don't think it has a chat replay saved. I wonder if it does. I want to know. All right, I'm pulling up the annals of history here. This is the archive right here. That poor man. There's just no chance. There's quite the battle going on. Oh, look, that good plays from Tihi Weehi. Damn. I'm yapping. Yeah, looks like that's gonna be. Oh shit. No. Damn. What an awful clip. Sorry, dude. Damn, what an awful fake laugh from Sheep003. What an awful fake laugh. Oh boy. Yeah, wow. I was bad. Okay. You know what? I'm glad I've improved at least. We've gotten better, ladies and gentlemen. Sheep03 is not as bad as I used to be. 1 year, 4 months. Yeah, it's been a little bit. We've been going for a little bit now. 5-year anniversary. I guess May 14th is going to be officially my anniversary. I'm going to call that. May 14th is officially my stream anniversary. We've named it. We've named it, ladies and gentlemen. May 14th is officially the stream anniversary. That's what we're calling it. It may not be exactly correct, but May 14th is the anniversary. So if you want to give me congratulations for, I don't know, being alive and streaming for May 14th, you go crazy. I wonder if I can remember that May 14th is your birthday, Amelia. Because I'm terrible at remembering birthdays. I'm terrible at remembering a lot of things. But if I can remember May 14th, your birthday, that should be kind of gas. Do I stream on May 14th? I don't know if that's on my schedule. What did my mom text me? What is happening? Oh, sorry. My mom is living in her new fucking beachside house. And she's just texting us pictures of her beachside house. My parents are very excited right now about their new living apartment. So they're just sending the children as a collective, because there's 4 of us, many pictures of their fucking house. It's cute, actually. I am. Because you know what? I won't be mad about old people being moderately wealthy. Because that just proves they grinded their ass off in life, right? If you're old and you like moderately wealthy, not wealthy enough to like having exploited anybody to get your money or whatnot, it's like, you did a good job, bro. You worked your ass off. I can't be mad about that. If you got enough money to raise 4 kids and afford a fucking beach house and in retirement, hey man, I'm not mad. It's because shit was cheap back then. I'm also not mad. I also like my dad a lot. Because he also, like, he was he was an entrepreneur. My dad started his own companies, okay? So don't fucking... My dad's a very inspirational guy, okay? If my dad took a different lane in life, he'd be selling, courses on the internet. Except he'd actually have some basis of which to sell his courses. If he actually sold a course about how to start your own business, he'd actually have some basis behind it. So starting, multiple successful businesses. He was an F student, aka an inventor. No, he wasn't an F student. He was great. He had the right people believe in him. I've heard my dad's life story. I'm not going to regale the fucking tales of my father here, but just know that, as I grow older, I start to appreciate the tales of my father a lot more. My texting style's personality. Do you text like you type in my Twitch channel? Mostly? I'd say so. Maybe that's just because I have a biased perspective, because I don't text that many people. But, I don't know. You seem like relatively, I don't think you're fucking... You're certainly not emotionless. Faces. I'm with it. My go-to has been using the heart emoji, actually. Whenever I need to text a relative that I don't really want to text, I used to use the heart emoji. It's my go-to. I love you, heart. Been my go-to, and I started using it like just IRL, like I heart you. I've started trying to I don't know, I don't know. I have good grammar when I text. I text with good grammar. You ever get a text message from me, you're gonna get good grammar. You're gonna get periods, capitalization, all that. Okay. I'm a fucking no, a heart emoji. The whole emoji. Okay. We out here. I will say the only funny thing that about you, Amelia, is that you saying I see. I see is, I think, really funny to me, because every time I see you type I see, I just imagine like some fucking like some fucking like librarian looking down with her sharp pointed glasses at me, like looking at me like she wants to fucking kill me. Like, oh, I see. Like, oh, I couldn't bring my book in time. I see. That's all I imagine. It's really funny, and I know it's not like that, but it's really funny. You're just it's very judgmental. I think it comes off as very judgmental. What I tend to go with, I use gotcha. Maybe that sounds dismissive, like when I say gotcha. I say gotcha a lot, like gotcha, I heard you, I know, stuff like that. I understand. Maybe that's better, but that's too many words to type, honestly. So fucking just stick with I see. Who cares? Ball. Again, if people care about you, they're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay. If people are interested in you, they're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. So who cares? People aren't gonna fucking kill your. People aren't gonna kill friendships over fucking the way you type. Okay, it's just not gonna happen. Let's be for real here. All right, let's go 4 runs, huh? Let's go 4 runs, huh? Pop! Full screen. Look at me. My head's getting cut off. My stupid... One day I will get actual headphones, and that day will be great. Without the stupid, like, floppy mic that I just don't use. I will get real headphones, and you will rue the day, because it will come for all of us. We will talk... It will come for all of us. I'd like to get to level 9, I think, today. If I can get to level 9, I'd feel joy and happiness. But joy and happiness is not built for everyone. I'm eating ice cream today because it's my birthday, and I feel like I should have something sweet and fun. So I'm going to have some ice cream, even though it's Thursday. I know. Going a little bit crazy. What can I say? I'm just a fiend for sweet treats. I'm sorry. I try my best. I like the sweet things. I tried to not, for a long time, I tried to not like the sweet things, but it's unavoidable. I think I have to start getting myself into low-calorie sweeteners if I'm going to continue this lifestyle. I'm being very serious. I have to get into low calorie. Cause dude, I'm very jealous of people who like the savory things. Savory people who are like, oh, I like things savory. Oh my god, bro. I wish that was me. I wish that was me. But it's not. People are sitting here like, oh, I like baked eggs and onions and mushrooms and shit. I like my omelet with onions and mushrooms and peppers. And I'm like, that sounds, respectfully, that sounds nasty as fuck. If you're serving me an omelet and it don't got schmeat in it, get that fucking omelet out of my face. Give me some goddamn schmeat in my omelet. Okay? People are like, no cheese in my omelet. I'm like, I need cheese in my omelet. What do you mean? You're giving me egg no chi? Egg no chi? In this day and age? Egg no chi? I love omelets. Wait, what do you hate? You hate omelets? Omelets are great. My favorite omelet has been just like, it was just a lot of schmeat, and my favorite omelet is like breakfast sausage, ham, bacon, and fucking cheese and peppers. That's my favorite omelet. I love that. My favorite omelet. Omelet number one. Hey, that's crazy. How do you like your eggs? Do you like eggs? Do you eat eggs? Are you an egg hater? You eat cooked eggs? How do you like your eggs? I love eggs. Eggs are great. They taste goated, and they're also a goated food. Fried, oof. Oof. I like my eggs all kind of ways. I just kind of default to the least effort. And the least effort is hard-boiled eggs. So I've been eating hard-boiled eggs every morning for like the last year. And I'm not kidding about that, by the way. I've been eating hard-boiled eggs for like the last year every morning. And you know what? I love it. I am not sick of it in the slightest. Still goated to this day. To this day! Oh, I haven't switched my game volume. Goofy sheep. Silly gamer. Okay. Bad run so far, but you know what? I'm not worried. It's early. Life is great. I'm also going to get a lot of work done tonight. And I'm very excited about that. Stream still recovering? Yeah. It happens. Well, it's mostly because the serious topic was like a very personal thing to me, so it was like, you know, you're gonna end up feeling the recursive effects from that way more than you would if I'm like, you know, if I'm 2 degrees of separation from it, you know. Life is as is, okay. But also full runs turn me into a bit of a man, okay. Practice is different. It's easy to yap during practice. When I'm going into full game, sometimes it'll just hit levels where I'm like, okay, maybe I should like think a little bit about what I'm doing. I'll hit like level 6 and I'll just shut up all of a sudden. Kind of hard cuts the flow of conversation when I'm actually trying to like focus. Make fun of something? Yeah, true. Crazy how you're an A student and you're an employee. I am an A student and I am an employee, but I like it that way. I'm not an F student. I'm not an inventor. I am not going to change the world, and I've come to grips with that. Don't worry. I am not going to change the world. I'm not going to change the world. I'm not going to change how it lives. I'm not going to make some invention. I'm not going to make some art that people really connect with, like, bro, Sheep, you changed my life. I'm not going to change nobody's lives. If your life is being changed by Sheep003, no, it's not. Okay? No, it's not. Get a hold of yourself. Okay? Look, I've come to grips that my impact in this world is going to be small and minuscule, and that's fine. And I'm happy with that. I'm content with being unimpressive. All I care about is can I get it done? I think that is the best mindset that to have, right? Stop caring about material things. Are you happy? Do you make enough money to be happy? Can you be happy with, I don't know, life? I am content with that. I'm so content with mediocrity. Oh, I might have to lock in. Shit! Never mind. Well, you can fucking keep going. Yeah, I'm being very serious when I say this. I am so, like, all I want right now is, like, just a job that's, like, easy and simple, and I don't have to think too much, and it pays me enough, and it just keeps it going, and that's all I want. I don't want, like, I don't care if my accomplishments stretch beyond the fucking face of the globe. I don't. Doesn't matter to me. My legacy means nothing to me. Dude, I don't think that's sad. I don't care, because I'm going to be dead. Maybe that's a selfish way of looking at it, but I don't, like, I'm going to be dead. What does my legacy mean to me? My legacy means that I had enough, I have enough friends that when I die, I'm not going to be sad when I fucking die. You know, I'm not going to be dead and alone, okay? I'm not going to be dying and alone in a fucking hospital bed, okay? If I'm going to be dying, I want a little, I want some people to at least care that I'm dying, okay? If I can have enough people that at least care that I fucking died, I think that, hell, I fucking made it. What happens after that? I could not give less of a shit. I'm dead, okay? My last wishes? Fuck, I don't know. Don't kill each other? Fucking be vibey? You want to cry at my funeral? Go ahead. I'm gonna kind of fucking cringe at you from heaven. Or hell, wherever I'm going. Alright? Have fun, bro. Know my name. I don't want kids, and I don't need legacy. Legacy is meaningless. What matters is what you do. I think I can appreciate the way you think, MJ, but for me, it is like, I don't know. Maybe it's because it feels like I have so little right now that I'm so willing to just accept the bare minimum. But that's all it is. It's like, life fucking sucks right now, okay? It's just no fun. And it's like, it's not gonna get better anytime soon. And so for me, it's like, if I can just have if I can just have the bare necessities, that is more than enough. God damn it. How did I miss that? I'm so mad. Like Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And that is so, I'm so cool with that. Because, again, like, it just depends what you think happens after you die. Like, I don't think anything happens after you die. What happens after you die? Nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. No feeling, no emotion, no anything. Incomprehensible. You simply don't exist. You can't comprehend that. I can't comprehend that. But it's simply the reality. You simply cease to exist. That is a crazy thing to imagine, and yet we have to come to grips with that. And I've come to grips with that, and I've realized my own fucking way, my own twisted way of imagining myself and my purpose and my life is that I am here to live life and be happy. And my happiness is gained from the happiness of others. It is gained from the happiness of myself. It is gained from the happiness of stability and peace and comfort and being able to do the things I love to do. And what are the things I love to do? It's yell at a fucking camera. It is play stupid video games that nobody gives a shit about. It's making stupid videos that are not that impressive in the grand scheme of things. It will not be remembered or seen by anybody or not be impressive in any sort of way. Those are the things that make me happy. Making shit that I feel happy about. I've kind of lived by this mentality that all people are inherently selfish, and I think that's true. I think that's true. I think that we are all inherently selfish. All the things that we do are for ourselves. Even if we pretend like they're for other people, they are still inherently selfish. And I think that's fine. That's okay. I think if you accept that, I think that you can live a more wholesome life. If you just treat that you are living for yourself and then realize what makes you happy and then live for that. Happy birthday. Thanks, J-Dog. Thanks for remembering. Stream so serious? Don't look at me. Well, actually do look at me. Oh, wait! It is my birthday. Okay, I do gotta lock in a little bit, so I'm gonna put a hold on the conversation right now. Because I do gotta lock in. It's a good 7. Slow down. That was gonna die. 100% I was gonna die on 8. Good car. Okay. got to be kidding me. Oh, it's cooked. What a dumb way to fucking lose it to. Oh, and then I fucked it up at the end. Okay. All right. Well. Hold on. I gotta scroll up a little bit. I missed some shit. So you're basically just live for yourself all your life? Yes. Because we all gonna die? Yes. Are you 23? I am 23. You're very awesome and cool, but I can't glaze you too much because I don't want you to make fun of me, so you suck, actually. Yeah. I have realized I'm kind of not very good at taking compliments, unfortunately. I've tried to get better at it. I'm still not very good at it. One of my faults, I think. I am not good at taking compliments. I don't know. I'm just not used to it. I'm very not used to, like, getting complimented. It's something that's very foreign. Maybe that sounds dark. Hold on. That sounds really depressing. It's not like that. It's not like that. I don't know. It's like when somebody actually like genuinely compliments me and I like believe it is a genuine compliment, I get like fucking uncomfortable. I don't know why. I get kind of just uncomfortable. I don't know. Maybe it's my own high expectations of myself that I get uncomfortable around the compliment. It's modest. I don't know. I feel like being modest and being humble is able to accept a compliment, right? Uncomfortable. I don't know. It's weird. I'm just not good about it. And I've actively tried to get better at this. Like actively tried to think my way through it. Like get better at it. It's just hard. I don't know. You just messed up. I don't know. It's weird. No, it's not. It's just like it's not even like a weird feeling. It's just like I end up making like a fucking stupid joke or some kind of like self-depreciating joke out of it. I kind of defaulted to that. Self-depreciating humor is very defaulty to me. And like I realize like that is not fucking sick at all. And I've stopped doing it a lot, you know, just because I'm mentally thinking about it. But it is like, I don't know. I default a lot to self-deprecating humor, I think. That's why you play like shit so you never get compliments. For real. That's actually a funny joke, J-Dog. I like that. No. I actively seek out compliments too. It's not like I don't want to be complimented. I do. I want to feel like I earned the compliment, you know? I want to feel like I was fucking deserving of it. When I did a good job, I want to feel like I did a good job, right? It's like today at work, like one of my directors said, thanks, a good job moving this camera. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean good job moving this camera? That's what I'm paid to fucking do. I do that every day. What do you mean? That's the bare fucking necessities. What the fuck do you mean good job? That's what I thought in my head. Over heads, I said nothing. Because, you know. But in my head, I'm like, what the fuck do you mean good job? I didn't do anything, right? And so maybe that's just, it's part of that. But, again, maybe this is just something I need to think more about. It'll come to me. It's a sheep being autistic. It's not! This is actually totally, completely normal. Everybody thinks about it like this. No, you're the autistic ones. I'm the normal one here. All of you are fucking autistic. Okay? Yeah, that's right. I said it. Well, I made it to level 9 on pace, so my dream did come true this birthday, so. Ableist and sexist, real. Finally, somebody said it. Brave enough to call out Sheep03. I read a little bit more of Prison School at work on Thursday. That's a MJ specific conversation though. Hey guys, I read a little bit more of my fucking porn manga at work today. You know. I read more of my Gooner shit. Oh! Was it fire? It's hard to call it fire. It's passable. Thanks for the person who gifted a sub to fucking Amelia. I think I know who it is, but I'm not gonna say shit. But I appreciate it. Anonymous. they're either trying to find something to compliment you or express it that they really appreciate the camera being in place, even if it's easy. I guess, yeah, J-Dog. Yes, I think, I don't know, maybe that compliment is simply used as a way, it is a selfish compliment, you know what I'm saying? I think that sometimes we give compliments to others as a selfish way to make ourselves feel better, and I think that's okay. I think that's okay to do. I think it's okay to try to make other people feel better, to make yourself feel better, even if it comes off as kind of shallow and vacuous. I think the best thing you can do is just, like, say thanks and keep it pushing, you know? Again, being selfish is good. I think being selfish is a good thing, and you should be selfish. I just hope that your selfishness ultimately ends up in other people's being happy, which it normally does, because we're freaking humans. We live in packs. We live in tribes. A lot of our happiness comes from other people being happy, right? Are you at the arc where it was the wet cheat? Well, right now we're trying to get there, right? Right now, the boy and the two girls are in prison, and they're plotting their escape. We're in the midst of plotting our escape, and it is truly a comedy of errors, because that is all this series is, you know, a comedy of errors with a sprinkling of goon. Well, maybe not a sprinkling, a heavy side of goon. A heavy side of goon. And that's fine. Yeah, sprinkling I think was a poor choice of words. Look, the plot is nothing to write home about. The characters are nothing to write home about. And nothing about this anime is anything to write home about. The only reason why it is relevant at all is because of goon. And that's fine. You know what? I don't care. I think that's okay. I think it's okay if all it exists to is goon with it's goon with a little bit of plot. And I think a little bit of plot adds to the goon. That's what I think. I don't mind a little bit of plot in my porn. Okay? I think that's okay. I was trying to say sure thing. J-Dog, a goddamn... J-Dog is kind of the embodiment of southern politeness. Is he not? Hey, J-Dog, speaking of things that I think you would have a stake on, do you think that the Bears are contenders next year? Do you think the Bears are contenders next year because the new Pope is from Chicago? Do you think that this kind of elevates them into, like, you know, status of, like, hey, this might be a real playoff team? Bears always suck. Well, I'm just saying, like, the new Pope is from Chicago, so, like, do you think, like, some kind of holy energy comes down to give him some kind of buff? Or will the Bears always suck? Or do you think if the Bears win the Super Bowl next year, do you think that counts as a miracle, and the new Pope should be elevated to become a saint? I am talking about the playoffs, okay? I'm a believer in the Pope, okay? He seems like a pretty nice guy. And if he's from Chicago, then he's a Bears fan. And if he's a Bears fan, then there must be some kind of holy energy, like, pulling for the Bears here. And, you know, the Bears need everything they can fucking get, J-Dog. So I'm just saying, like, will this at least help them even a little bit, okay? Because they need every fucking sliver of hope, alright? They need everything. The Pope is out. The Pope is in the fucking Vatican City right now, praying for the Bears in the offseason. Even the Pope is in. That's what I'm saying. I think if the Bears win the Super Bowl next year, I think it counts as a miracle. And I think that the Pope should be elevated to become a saint. Because to become a saint, you need to commit a miracle. Or you need to do a miracle. Something that is unbelievable to do. Yeah, the new Pope is American. First time ever. It's great. He's from Chicago. He's probably eaten deep dish pizza. And hot dogs without ketchup. No ketchup on the hot dogs. In Chicago. Okay, so I'm just saying. The new Pope is cultured. New Pope is based, bro. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I think it's great. I recently learned that mustard is great. That is real, I think. I think that is true. I think as a kid, I fucking hated mustard. But as I've grown up, I've started to appreciate it more. It's like onions, you know? As a kid, I thought I hated onions. I thought onions were gross. But as I've grown up, I've started to realize, like, onions are goated. And I've started to realize, like, mustard probably is also goated as well. And I just haven't realized it yet. As I get older, I start to understand it. That conservative pope didn't win. Well, man, I mean, nobody was really choosing this guy, MJ. That's kind of the thing that came out. Like the two big surprises is that A, like this guy was not even close to being in the running, and B, he's super young. This guy is like young in terms of pope years. He's 69, which is in terms of pope years, again, young. Nobody really gets put into popehood in their 60s. That's just not a thing that happens. So you are... Like, this new pope is, like, fucking crazy young. What does pope usually use? Usually, I think, like, don't popes usually get elected, like, somewhere in their late 70s, usually? Well, the thing is, like, the pope is a lifetime term, right? You can't just, like, give up being the pope. Like, once you're the pope, you're the fucking pope. So, generally, they pick old people. So, like, their term is, like, a decade or something, and then they fucking kick the bucket. That's generally how it goes. Popes are like dogs, you know? They don't live as long as we do. Because remember, when you become the Pope, you become a whole different person, right? You're supposed to, like, totally discard your old life, right? As a Pope, you are new. You are reborn as the Pope. The old person that once inhabited your body, no longer there. You are now the Pope. And you fucking ball. The Pope doesn't care about football anymore. The Pope does not watch the Bears. No matter how bad they are, or how good they are. The Pope still may touch kids, but that's just like Holy Sacrament. That's holy tradition, okay? It's called communion, okay? I think it's cooked, but I'm gonna keep it going. 4 seconds down, it's cooked. I'd like a decent car here. Oh boy, car stocks are down. Oh boy. If the Pope was a Bears fan. Well, to be fair, he did spend, like, I did a lot of research on this guy, because, again, the only reason I know so much about the Pope is because it was all over the news, all day. Oh my god, it was all Pope talk. Because the white smoke came out of that chimney, bro. Oh my god, we stopped the whole show to talk about the Pope. So he spent a lot of time being a missionary in Peru. So he actually has dual citizenship to the US and Peru. So as much as he is USAian, he's also Peruvian. He was preaching the good word over here in fucking goddamn Peru. Real religious dude, bro. He prayed a lot, probably. He spent a lot of time praying, alright? It was like working out, except he didn't work out. Instead of working out, he would pray. Instead of praying, I work out. That's why I don't have enough time to be religious. Because I have to spend more time being fucking jacked. Real religious dude, the Pope. Believe it or not, really into God. I know. I know, crazy opinion, but bro, he likes him quite a bit, I'd say, you know? He's really into it, so. Again, you know, I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum, so. Pope out here being religious and shit. I love God. Like, okay, bro, we get it, dude. Now, what do you think about the fucking Bears playoff chances, bro? Talk about some real shit. You know, I was actually thinking about that. Like I was thinking of an SNL sketch. If you guys don't know SNL, or you know SNL, I was thinking of like an SNL sketch, where it's like the frat boy Pope, where it's like it's very SNL. Like they do a little sketch about like the Pope for fucking fraternities. SNL. It's called Saturday Night Live. It's a sketch comedy show. It's where a bunch of theater kids get paid to do theater kid shit. And it generally sucks. It is very millennial humor. Like I said, it generally sucks. Oh yeah, sorry. J-Dog asked why I died on 4. That was like a long time ago. Hi, J-Dog. If you're still here, the reason I die on 4 is because there's a glitch that happens if you die in a very specific location. Your hitbox... or your hitbox gets teleported to the next level. And there's a reason it works, and I'm not sure, but it does. So I die in a very specific spot because it teleports me to the next level, and it's faster than just completing the level normally. That's why I do it. It's literally just a faster strat. I don't know why it works. There's a video explaining it, and I could watch it, but I'm not going to. It's weird, but it works, and it's faster. It's also very easy to do, so that's why I also do it. Because why would I not do the easy strat? Because you die so much? You would think so. What? Oh no! I completed 6! I didn't even think! Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking, bro. I was so distracted thinking about 4. I didn't realize, like, oh shit, I beat 6. I better lock in. And I didn't. And now I can't even hit the frame perfect. Oh, gee, well, the run's cooked, so. Alright, never mind. That's fine. I'm just going to see how long I can keep this going. Can I be consistent on later levels? More practice on later levels is always a good thing, I say. So, I'm not mad about it. If I can hit 8, then I'm fucking balling. Well, you know what? Sometimes you don't hit it, and that's okay. If I die on car, I will reset though. And if I die on 9, I will reset. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That's it. That's cooked. Bad car. Whatever. Life goes on. Yeah, this game is weird. There's a lot of weird strats. Like how I bounce on the red spikes that are very clearly supposed to signify death. Don't worry about it. Again, there is an explanation for why it works. I just can't give it. I'm not well versed enough about the technical side of this game to tell you why the shit that works. They're jump indicators? No. What the fuck? What a crazy way to lose 5. No, they're supposed to kill you. If you play this game normally, they are supposed to signify death. But if you move fast enough and you jump fast enough, your hitbox won't actually be detected. The simple way to explain it is that basically, whenever I do this, like PP, like that, when I pause, unpause, what it does is that it disjoints my hurtbox from my actual like my hitbox. My hurtbox from my hitbox. It kind of like it makes it separates them, and it means that it's a lot easier to fucking I don't know, ball out. Yeah, it makes the game buggy. The game is buggy, but it also makes it cool. It's why this run can go so low, and it's why this run is so interesting, and why I've spent so much fucking time on it, because it's fun, because it's pretty cool. This game that is totally meaningless and stupid actually has some pretty fun mechanics. And the actual run itself is pretty fun. It's just that the process of grinding for a speedrun time is fucking miserable. If you're going to play this game, just try to get a sub 4 time and then stop there. Play this game, get a sub 4, and do not go any further. It's not worth it. Getting a sub 4 is fun. Going any lower than a sub 4 is fucking miserable. Don't do it. Speedrunning is not a fun activity. Okay? All the speedrunners that you see in like the fucking Summoning Salt videos, in all the speedrunner world record history videos, they're all insane. They're all insane people. Speedrunning fucking blows. You do. You do. Thank you for judging me, or whatever. But yeah, what I'm trying to say, speedrunners are fucking crazy psycho motherfuckers. This shit is not fun. I know I make it sound fun. It's not. What if there's a masochist? I'm not a masochist. I might be a little bit. Maybe a little bit. But only a little bit. You have had a good run. Yes, yes. I got to level 9 on pace, and then I fucked it up. Because I failed on that. Kind of an ugly fail, too, but I failed on that. 9, it's just the way it is. So, yeah, I got to where I wanted to get to today. I wanted to get to 9 on pace, and I got to 9 on pace. And that's all I fucking wanted in this life. Wanted to get to 9 on pace. And I got there, so, hey, I'm happy. Also, 9 is a level. I didn't know this, actually, but 9, you can save a lot of time on 9. If you do it, like, even half decently, you can save a ton of time on 9. And that's pretty cool, I think. That was also the run. I had a really good 7, so I did bitch 8. And I've started to realize, like, I can do bitch 8, and it works out fine if I'm just, like, if I have a good 7, I can do bitch 8, and I won't lose, like, a ton of time. My splits were made for me by another top runner. They're basically what I want to be at. If the split is green, that means I am on sub 3 pace. If it's red, it means I'm not on sub 3 pace. That's what the splits mean. They were designed for me by another runner. Shout out to Big Muck Muck. What does it have your face? Oh, it's a meme. Oh shit. Well, that's a that's a dead run. So the reason I ended up speedrunning this game in the first place is because the entire community used that face as a meme. They used it as an emote for years without my knowledge. My face was a known meme and emote in this community for years without my knowledge. Because one of my old viewers used to watch my streams, and then he started speedrunning Red Ball, and he became, like, really good. And so now I am... And so I felt obligated, and then I kind of got into playing Red Ball, because I thought, like, oh, sub 4 is really fun, and then I'm like, oh, sub 3. Can't be that difficult. And as it turns out, it was that difficult. And now I'm stuck here for 20, what is it, 23 now? 23 days, doing the sub 3 shit, because... of the sunk cost fallacy. And I also really want to get this, and I feel like I'm really close to getting it. If I just have a run where everything goes right, and I hit level 11, I think I am literally, when I say it could be any day, I'm being very dead ass. Like, it takes one good run. If every time I make it to 11, it is potentially the run, okay? Now, have I ever made it to 11 on pace? No, I haven't. But it is going to happen feasibly within the next couple of days. I make it to level 11 on pace, and then once that kind of final barrier has been breached, it is simply a matter of time until it happens. Level 11 is the final barrier. Because I get one shot. One shot at level 11. Oh my god, -8? I have never been that fast out of level 3. Oh my god, the hottest fucking 4 in my life. Am I gonna be a full second? No, I fucked it up! Oh, I fucked up 4. Oh, dude, it was gonna be such a hot 4, and then I didn't... Dude, I didn't hear the clapping. I was so confused for a second. Like, why aren't they clapping for me? Why aren't they clapping? What the fuck? I didn't even think about it for a second. Why aren't they clapping? What, you aren't happy for me? I did it. I did the thing I was supposed to. Oh, man. This game fucking blows cheeks, brother. If I can make it past level 6, I think twice or thrice more times, I'll be happy. Regardless of what happens on 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever. I mean, 8 has actually become kind of a haven for me. Whenever I'm on pace, I feel like 8 is never really where I go to die. I die way more on 7 than I do on 8. Just because 7 has boxes, and boxes suck. So, nobody likes the boxes. Opinions on posture? Here's the actual hot fucking take on posture. I think people have a really brain-dead thing on posture. If your back is straight, then it's good posture. I don't care. You're supposed to change your posture. Your posture is not supposed to be static. There's not one good posture. Good posture is a variety of poses. It just depends on, you know, what makes your back... As long as your back isn't like fucking hunched back over, you're gonna be fine. Stop overthinking it. It's not that deep, is what I'm gonna tell you on posture. Are you how? I fucking what? I don't know how I missed 5. That's bullshit. At least I missed 6, so I don't feel bad about it. But look, I'm making it out of 3 so much more. I think that's cool. The fact that making it out of 3 is like become like kind of a regular thing. Like you're gonna see at least a dozen or so runs every stream of Sheep making it out of 3. Even probably more than a dozen, I'd say. Like probably closer to, I don't know, 20 or so. We could calculate it probably, but I make it out of 3 quite a bit. Consider improvement. Exactly! If I can get to the hard part, then I have more chances to do the hard part, and that means I get better at the hard part, and that means if I'm better at the hard part, that means the hard part gets easier, and that means I'm more consistent, that means I can get to the even harder part, and I can get to the end of the level, maybe. Oh, well. Kind of an ugly 3, but hey. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. We're still not off pace, though. I know it says red, but we've come back from worse. We have come back from worse. A little bit of a positive improvement. We actually hit 5 this time. Oh, that's not it. I saw the bounce. What if I just completed it anyway? Just for shits and giggles. Opinion on plushies? I don't own any. I live in a very utilitarian bedroom. If you can't already tell by my fucking flavorless walls. My bedroom is very lifeless. And honestly, that's legitimately the way I fucking like it. I do not like my room to be complicated or full of decorations. I like it when it's easy, when it's simple, when it's plain. That's how I like my bedrooms. Oh, you have no fashion sense. Oh, you're so boring. Maybe I am boring. Have you ever considered that? That I'm just boring? Huh? Oh, what? Bum-ass fucking ball. Can't jump when I want it to jump? Objectively. You know, I will say, I hear a lot more women saying, like, damn, I wish I liked other women. Liking men sucks. And I feel like I hear a lot more men saying, damn, I like women. Women are sick and goated. I don't know. I feel like I just hear that. So, you know, is that evidence one way or another? I don't know. I'm just saying. It's because women are sick or goated. I just think women are prettier than dudes. I think that women are pretty. Just inherently. Men are dressing like studs. I think it's men just don't know how to dress a lot of the time. Or aren't interested in learning how to dress. A lot of men just aren't into fashion and aren't interested in being into fashion. I don't have a fashion sense, and I'm not interested in getting one. And I understand about what that makes me, but I'm also going to be true to myself. I'm not going to fucking lie to myself. I don't care about the clothes I wear. It's gonna be the classic meme of the boyfriend wearing like sweatpants and a t-shirt while like the girlfriend is dressed to the nines. Doesn't force you to have one. Maybe yes and no. I wonder about that. Because like you're not entirely wrong, but I wonder how correct you actually are, you know? I don't know if that's a conversation we have while I'm on pace that I just threw away by fucking it up twice, so... You know, we can't have that conversation now. I was on pace, then I fucked it, so hey, we're okay. I still am on the back half, though, so I should focus a little bit just to get practice, but... Oh, Jesus. Into the gamer pit? How long has it been since we've gone into the gamer pit, huh? It's been fucking decades since we've touched the gamer pit. Me just playing each level as ugly as possible just for the shits and giggles, honestly. I'll get a girlfriend, dude. I'm gonna be so fucking sick. You just wait, dude. I'm gonna have so much sex, dude. You're gonna be so fucking jealous. I finally did level 9. I'm gonna be so fucking cool, dude. I'm gonna be so friggin' cool and epic. Fuck! Never mind. No girl's ever gonna want me to date me after that failure. Never mind. I'll be alone forever. Sorry, back to the conversation about having like women having to have fashion senses while men don't. I think that is to a certain extent true because of the way that society's been set up. It's true partially because of biology and true partially because of societal construct or social constructs, I should say. It's true in the way that I think that men tend to be more visually stimulated. And so it means that for a woman to attract men, which I assume they would want to do at some point, is that looking good is probably an important part, because I believe men tend to get more visually stimulated. That's why you see more male watchers of pornography. That's why it's more popular among the male demographic, because visual stimulation. However, it's also societal, because generally in society, men have been the breadwinners, and so women basically have to do everything else that is not breadwinning, and basically, you know, since their education is not important, it's more important for them to look good than to be, you know, I don't know, smart or whatever, because of, you know, because that's how it was. That's how you would, you know, get somewhere in life as a woman. And while that may not be exactly the case anymore, it's still complicated, you know? There's still a myriad of societal factors that are hard to consider. I mean, biology. It means that a lot of our social constructs are built off of, like, things that we can find deep within our subconscious, or, like, you know, how we have the flight or fight response or everything like that. Like, there's, like, we are not, like social constructs are not built off of nothing, right? There's usually some basis with them, from them, inside of, like, the way that we are, the way our brains are wired, right? Not saying that it is completely 100% the way it is, but, you know, there is, right? It's a little bit more complicated, is what I'm trying to say. I'd say we're on pace. Not, like, by a lot, but if we get a decent 7, maybe. That's a good start, I'd say. That's a good continuation, I'd say. You don't hate to see that at all. I'd call that on pace. What do you think? I'd say that's on pace. It's an ugly launch. No! I misread the clouds. Oh, that sucks. Oof. Oof. Oh, I misread the cloud pattern, bro. I thought I was him, and I was not him. Oof. Hey, that's decent, though. Hey, you don't hate that, right? That's a... Man. Yes, it's progress, but you just wanted so much more, right? Yes, I'm happy about it. Yes, it's a good run. It's just you want more from that, right? You come back from a point, from almost a 2-second deficit. Like, you want a little bit more from that, bro. You want a little bit more from that. Positivity. Level 9 has been my fucking... I said, I think earlier this stream, that Level 9 was going to be a villain today, and Level 9 has been the villain today. That's what, 3 runs that I've choked on Level 9? Yeah, Level 9's the villain. Unfortunately. The level 9 is actively yucking my yum so hard, and I don't appreciate it. If you're not losing 2/10 on 5, then are you really playing? Type shit. Well, level 6 is dead, but fuck it. We keep it going. Four seconds down. Is anybody seeing the comeback? Any believers in chat? Oh, okay. No. All right. I thought, dude, for a second, I got a really good boxes there, and I was like, imagine? Dude, I was gonna say that's bullshit. I'm not coming back from -4, and then I got a really good boxes, and I'm like, shit. Maybe. Okay. I gotta stop thinking. All right. See, look, we're getting all these scares, and that just means that I am fucking consistency king right now. In a 1 hour stretch, I'm getting this many scares of like, oh, we're almost on to level 9. Oh, we might get to level 10. We might get to level 11. That just means that we're getting somewhere, folks. It is here, okay? I'm Jonathan Consistency. I like that. I like being Jonathan Consistency. Can we have a feminine of Jonathan? Feminine of Jonathan. Rachel? Sally? Well, that's not going to do anything for me. Except kill this damn run. Well, that'll kill the run for sure. No level 6? Norox, have you been going for any records recently? You been fucking red balling as a... I feel like I've been seeing your name in the fucking self-promo channel, so... Well, Jonathan is the Jonathan is not the, there is no... Jonathan is simply what you need it... Jonathan is who you need him to be. At any particular moment, okay? I call its maximum Jonathan Maximum. Because he is the creator of Red Ball. I don't call him Jonathan Red Ball. Sometimes I'll call him Jonathan Red Ball. But Jonathan Red Ball and Jonathan Maximum are two different people, and yet they still both work. I don't know. Jonathan is such a... It's a weird bit that I've kind of adapted into my own little thing, I think. Because I heard it being said somewhere, like, Jonathan thing. I think that's like a... I think that's an established bit, and I just kind of ran with it until it, you know, I reshaped it in my own visage. As we are wrought to do with our own minds. We are all biased. Jonathan LGBT, I don't know, fucking Chappelle Run. Chapel Run. Wait, no, doesn't she hate gay people? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong pop artist. I don't know, Sabrina Carpenter? Oh no, but she's into dudes. Fuck. Who could be the fucking... Who could be... Who's... Lady Gaga? Is she gay? I don't know shit about Lady Gaga. Not sure? I don't know. Fuck it. Even if she isn't into fucking girls, just fucking, I don't know. Everything can become yours. The world is yours if you write fan fiction, so just fucking... Well, level 6 is a dead meme. I saw that bounce. Oh, wait, no, I'm trying to think. The one, the fucking... fucking a man while thinking of woman? Really? Is that what the song is about? Maybe I didn't get that I did not get that meaning from the lyrics. Maybe I should maybe I should re-listen to Poker Face. He says that's what it's about? Damn. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, I've listened to too much Rihanna recently, because Rihanna is a certified fucking freaky frog. Of all the pop artists that got popular, Rihanna might be the freakiest frog of all goddamn time, bro. It's fucking really crazy. Like, you actually start to re-listen to some of those old Rihanna songs, bro. It's fucking crazy, bro. You don't know who Rihanna is? Arguably more popular than Lady Gaga. I don't know about globally, though, so I could be crazy. Yeah, Rihanna is very popular. I'm not into pop culture based. I'm not either. I just follow it because it's funny. Zeros. I just like drama. As I've come to... I'm a very chalant person. I think being chalant just means I like drama. When I'm not involved in it, by the way. I like drama when I'm not a fucking part of it. The moment I'm involved in drama, I hate drama. No more drama. I hate drama. When I get to listen to other people's drama, oh boy. Tell me all about it. Give me the tea. It's fun for you. I don't know, it's... What's the one fucking artist that I listen to that really likes women? Fucking Ashnika. Ashnika really likes women. She might be Jonathan LGBT. Or Rachel LGBT. She really likes women. Ooh. What if I just kept going? Wow. Yeah, I listened to her whole album one time because I'm like, oh, I like the one song where she's just talking about, you know, kind of graphically fucking women. Kind of a very graphic song, but very much a hit. I can understand why some people really liked it, but it was kind of graphic. Graphic depictions of lesbian sex. And then I listened to her whole album and I was like, oh, it's okay. They keep fighting. I'm an ally. How many dudes do I have to fuck until I'm an ally? I don't know. I don't know if somebody set like the limit to that, or like the you know. I don't know what the appropriate amount is. Alright, a trans icon. I don't know if I'm a trans icon. I'd say I'm a trans ally. I don't know if I'm an icon. Icon is a strong word. Don't call my fucking... Don't call me Cresselia. I'm not Cresselia. Remember trans mask? I haven't even fucking... Bro. this is really some fan fiction levels of like fucking inserting your own personal desires onto my character. This is really crazy. We're really going wild right here. All right. Look, I have no beef with the fucking internet lesbians about making every single female character a lesbian. I have no qualms with that. All I'm saying is that you fucking people are you people go crazy. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You people go crazy. Okay. I'm making it out of 3 one more time, and then we're calling it a day. We're calling it a day. We're tapping in. I'm gonna eat a fucking pint of ice cream, and I'm gonna fucking get my ass to work. Because that's all I'm gonna be doing. And I'm not gonna go to sleep until I finish my fucking work, and that's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm working my ass off until I collapse in the dirt, and by the dirt, I mean the carpet in the bottom of my room. Or in my bed. It's gonna be a long night for me. It's like I'm doing it because I wanted an ode to my college days. Because this is what I would do. For the last 3 years, my birthday has been me staying up fucking really late working on a fucking film project that I put way too much stake in because I'm a goddamn tryhard. That's all college was. Because I did film school and I cared about it far too much. And I wanted my project to be too damn good. And god damn it, why did I do that? More stress, more problems. But we ball out anyway. Way I am. And this project is the last vestige of my college days. It is the last evidence that I am still not really graduated. This project is my graduation. My real graduation. My separation. Sheep of the past and sheep anew. The only thing that ties me down. And then I will fly, I will burn up, and I will fly free like a phoenix. There's a film project that I recorded a bunch of footage in college, and I didn't finish the project, so I had to submit a half version of it. And my teacher, bless his soul, still gave me full credit because he's like, I saw that you cared, and so it's like it doesn't matter to me as long as you gave a shit. But I cared. I wanted to give him a finished project, so I am finishing this fucking video. No matter how dog shit it might be, no matter how bad, no matter anything. No, it doesn't matter. I'm putting my work into this project. I might need to get a new voice actor, though. Because the problem is, like... The problem is I had fucking, I'll think about that later when I'm doing audio, but I had Miller record some voice lines for me. I had Millerverse record some voice lines for me, so I still have his fucking recorded voice lines in my project file, so... For the sake of him, I might need to change it. Yeah. He's the only person I had, and I was really stressed, so I grabbed him, basically. I said, hey, help me. So, not gonna continue this joke? Yeah. What the fuck? So if anybody wants to do some voice acting for me, I am open and available. Anybody wants to do some voice acting for me? Stevie! What's up, man? Runs have been going well today. You know, it may not look like it as I continue to fail at 3, but runs have been going well. We've had 3 runs that have failed at 9. 3 runs on pace that failed on 9. Which is fucking... And on Tuesday, I had a run that failed on 10. So we are... Sheep stocks are up right now. Sheep stocks are up. It's coming. It's getting down to an any day now. I'm not going to say any day now yet. Because any day now... Once I hit 11, I'll say any day now. The moment I fail a run at 11, I'll call it any day now. Right now, we're still waiting to get that magical run where I fail at 11. Dude, let me get past 3. I said one last 3 and I'd end stream. I want to fucking end stream. Leave me be. Let me free. Let me go. Dude, what? How is that not it? That was perfect. Unbelievable, bro. How finicky do you want to be? Don't give me the bounce at that point, bro. What is the major malfunction here? Are you gonna give me the bounce? Or are you gonna not give me the bounce? It's really crazy out here. No bounce, no bounce, no bounce. Thrice in a row, I'll say. Well, no frame perfect. Nothing you can do about that. I want to end fucking stream, dude. And I can't complete 2 for the fucking life of me, apparently. Let me go! I always end stream on a level, on a run past 3, and I don't intend to fucking break that streak now, so. Oh, that's too early. As I listen to fucking beachy Nintendo music that you can barely hear because I fucking jacked the level down. Okay, zeros, all zeros. Oh my god, I got the fake bounce! Ah! I got the fake bounce! Help me! Get me out of this hellhole, ladies and gentlemen. Let me fucking escape, bro. Bro, I just can't even beat 2 at this point. Get me out of here, please. Bro, please. Oh my god, what an awful fucking tap. The worst jump on God's green earth, let me tell you. It's a fact. Oh, it's gonna be another fucking decade until I beat level 3 again. No! Ah! No! You've got to be kidding me, please. Just once. I just want to end stream. Come on. Please, yes! Oh, it's blessed fucking relief. Don't want to, you know, half-ass it though, so we'll see what we get. Zero's best case scenario. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, gamers. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Sheep003 for the last 3 hours or so. And I will continue to be Sheep03 for the next 3 hours on Saturday. On Saturday, what are we going to do? I don't know. I kind of want to just play Minecraft Hockey Loke. Kind of want to play Minecraft hockey for the fucking rest of my days. So I might just do that for a fucking 3 hours. Be real miserable on Saturday. Or maybe I'll just do more speedrun. Either way, we're making progress. It's only a matter of time until we start hitting 11s. And once we start hitting 11s, the floodgates are open. It's any day now. So either way... sorry, what the fuck is this video? Pause the music. What is this? Misfire by Galaxies.
Okay, I know this is...
Yeah, this fucking song sucks, and I hate that you linked it to me. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun, but I've got to get out of here. Peace. Bye. You think that I haven't watched that song before? You fool. I've been on this platform